and getting ready for the winter storm that's about to move in. But before that, hey, we've got basketball right here on the radio tonight for you as the Barren County Trojans and Trojanettes take on Warren East. Coach Daryl Murphy joins me for the girls' game tonight, and Chad Withrow, as Robert Bauer is still out. He'll be back with me the next game we have, which I'm not sure when that might be, Coach. The way the weather, they're talking about some snow and ice moving in maybe Monday and Tuesday.
Could be tough next week all the way around, Jay, with the weather we've got moving in. You're exactly right.
So we've got Valentine's Day tomorrow, and and milk and bread. I mean, it's a lot of errands we have to run, and let's hope we can get a crowd in here because we don't have very many people here in the gymnasium as of yet. We're still about 13 minutes away. But the Trojanettes come in at 10-5, Warren East at 5-6. This game was originally scheduled back on January the 5th with the boys, but due to COVID issues with both Warren East teams, they had to cancel that game and had to actually reschedule the game for Tuesday night for the girls. But because of the weather moving in, they decided maybe we move it back to Saturday and get another game in before, because it probably won't be any games next week.
Yeah, I think it was maybe supposed to be scheduled our second or third game of the season, got canceled because of COVID, and then the girls picked it up and the boys picked it up. I think you said it last night or one of the games we did that maybe Warren East boys have only played 3 or 4 games. And then the girls have been on quarantine. Knock on wood, we've been very fortunate with both of our clubs not to have been in that situation. So here we are, less than 24-hour turnaround for this game. I'm not for sure. I haven't looked at the schedule. I don't know if Warren East played last night or not. But for us, it's a quick turnaround to be back on the basketball court tonight.
Yeah, the Warren East boys did play last night against Greenwood, lost 80-46 to the Gators. The girls did not play last night. In fact, they haven't played since last Saturday when they beat Franklin Simpson 48-32, but they've won 4 of their last 5 ball games under second-year coach Jenny Neville, and she is the 7th coach since 2008. They've had a big turnover with coaches at Warren East, a school that used to, back in the 70s and 80s, used to be pretty strong.
Well, when Coach Emery was there, Blaine Emery, who is now over at South, maybe, I think, they were the team, really, in the 4th region in girls basketball, and they have had quite a bit of turnover, but I thought they had kind of a turn-the-corner year last year as far as stability and athleticism with some girls. They've had some girls transfer out, to be quite honest with you, to some other schools in the Warren County area there, but they still have a competitive basketball team here tonight.
Yeah, they've had wins over South Warren, 47-43, beat Cumberland County by 3, Logan County by 20, they beat Caverna by 34, Franklin Simpson by 16. Their losses, 2 of them to Bowling Green, 56-40 and 61-39. They lost to Glasgow 55-53. 2 losses to Ohio County by 24 and by 13, and a 19-point loss to Warren Central. They were 18-11 last year. The Trojanettes won both matchups, but they were close, 62-58. And, Coach, you remember that one in the regional tournament at Diddle Arena. We had to fight for our lives to come back from 14 down to win that ball game, 59-55.
Well, it was a barn burner. There was no doubt about it, and probably lucky to have won that game.
Yeah.
But defensively, we put some stops together and was fortunate in that game.
Warren East, their last win over the Trojanettes back in 2008 when they won by 3 points. They were the 14th district runners-up. That's the last time Warren East girls until last year had gone to the regional tournament. But they do have one of the best players in the region in Lucy Patterson. She's averaging 19.5 points a game and 9 rebounds. A team that's ranked 8th this week in the Lexington Herald Leader, number 9, the Bowling Green Daily News Prep Poll. Barren County Trojanettes winning by 21 over Glasgow last night, 53-32. Shot 50% from the floor, 22 of 44. Raven Ennis, Addison London, and Abby Varney all scored in double figures. Trojanettes have won 4 of their last 5 ball games, ranked number 2 in the region this past week, number 3 in the Bowling Green Daily News Prep Poll. And, of course, after tonight, the Trojanettes don't have a game scheduled next week because originally they had a game scheduled with Apollo on the road next Saturday, but Apollo girls now having some COVID issues.
Right, and we talked about the weather being an issue, and in this day and age, Jay, typically you would never think about trying to pick up a game. I really think the weather's going to wash anything next week for us, but you never know. We say that they don't have a game, but then all of a sudden they could have a game, because somebody gets quarantined and somebody's needing the game. I mean, typically in years past that never happens, but like you said, we just got that one game scheduled for next week, so we'll see. We'll see what the weather holds and the schedule itself holds.
More of our countdown to tip-off coming up, brought to you by Don Franklin Glasgow. We'll be back after this on 104 The Score. BCHSradio.com and Nash 103.7.
At Don Franklin, we're more than a group of car dealerships. To give 110% to our customers, our employees, and our families.
If you're like most Barren County farmers, you want feed products and nutritional supplements. CPC Commodities so they provide CPC Commodities direct feed, mineral, CPC Commodities, proven on our
Scotty's Contracting in Stone has stood the test of time, with quality being its top priority. Scotty's has been serving South Central Kentucky for nearly 50 years. As your local paving contractor, Scotty's is open minded and involved. Scotty's Contracting believes don't look for the hardness. They want everything to love the path that leads you to it. Increase the value of your home.
About 5.5 minutes away from the Trojanettes and the Lady Raiders of Warren East here tonight from Barren County High School. As our pregame coverage continues, we'll take a look at some games around the area tonight, brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. And on the schedule for tonight, Franklin Simpson girls at Edmonson County, Owensboro girls at Warren Central, also Wayne County girls and boys at Metcalfe County tonight. Highlands Latin boys school basketball team at Caverna. I think they're out of Louisville.
Wow.
Highlands Latin.
Never heard of them.
Bowling Green boys at E-Town, Clinton County boys at Russell County. Of course, the girls are not playing tonight due to COVID issues. Logan County boys at South Warren and Dawson Springs boys at Todd Central. On the Coca-Cola scoreboard, a couple of scores already in from this afternoon. Logan County girls lost to Russell County 51-27, and the Greenwood boys lost to Louisville Manual by a score of 61-60. And we can mention that the freshman teams, Barren County, both boys and girls, won the district tournament today.
Yeah, both of them, I think, beat Monroe County in the championship games. And, Jay, that's 4 in a row freshman district champions. I take a little pride in that as being the freshman principal. 4 in a row for the boys and 3 in a row for the girls. So great future, great foundation for both of these programs. Super job by those freshmen.
The freshman girls won 39-11 over Monroe County. And in the boys, the Trojans freshmen won 46-16 over Monroe County after they had defeated defeated Allen County Scottsville 41-28. Time to look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications for Warren East under head coach Jenny Neville. Lucy Patterson, a 5'9 senior, averaging 19.5 points and 9 rebounds. Caroline Forrester, the other senior on the club, 5'11, 8 points and 9.6 boards. Natalie Harrell, a 5'6 junior, averages 5.3. Reagan Lawson, a 5'3 sophomore, averages 6.5. And Riley Bratcher, a 5' sophomore, averages 2.5 points a game. For the Barren County Trojanettes, under head coach Piper Lindsay in her 6th season, 127 wins and 53 losses. Katie Murphy, a 5'6 freshman, averaging 6.5 points and 4 rebounds. Raven Ennis, 5'10 junior, 16 points, 5.7 boards. Emma Hughes, the only senior on the team at 5'6, averaging 4.2 points a game. Addison London, a 5'8 junior, averages 6.3. Abby Varney, a 5'5 freshman, averaging 6 points a game. We'll come back and get ready for the tip-off of tonight's game after this timeout as you're following the Trojanettes, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Construction sites ready for new builds. A family-owned commercial and industrial construction company based in Glasgow. The owners have a combined experience of over 60 years in the construction business. They specialize in excavation, civil, and site utilities. See your next job, and you know it will be a success. Sarah Construction in Glasgow. Answers 169-2030. Arrangements in advance is
SCRTC service areas are growing constantly. Make the SCRTC three-point shot today.
smart checking account from German American Bank for a low $5 monthly fee and simply paying your cell phone bill.
For tonight's game, brought to you by Barren County Sheriff Kent Key. They are John McMillan, Rob Hacker, and Jeremy Harris. As we get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Half, and our first quarter of action brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities they serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. And Coach, what are the Zaxby's keys to the game tonight?
Well, Coach, Jay, as you look out there with Caroline Forrester and Lucy Patterson, 5'9" and 5'11", the glass will be key again tonight, keeping them off the glass. And then offensively down here for us, trying to get a little bit more out of our offensive sets tonight.
Warren East will have the basketball here as we start this first quarter of action. Ball comes in to Bratcher. She handles the point against Varney. Dribbles to the right side, gives it off now to, well, I've got a change in the number here. I'm not sure who number 1 is. We'll have to figure out who that is. Patterson down low, puts it up, shot over the rim. Forrester trying to get the rebound, grabs it right in front of the Barren County bench. Back to Patterson. They give it out now to Bratcher. Don't have a number 1 on the roster.
I got a Reagan Lawson here.
Reagan Lawson?
5'3" sophomore.
Okay, maybe she's changed her number. Had 4 on the original rosters, number 1 tonight. Patterson had it slapped out of her hands by Katie Murphy, out of bounds, stays with Warren East.
Just like I talked about, Jay, the first shot was a tough one, but they got the offensive rebound and another opportunity to score here.
Yep. Comes out to Harrell. Patterson and Forrester, the only 2 seniors on the Warren East basketball team, and of course they average about 28 points between them. So they work it down in the corner, cut off Varney off of Bratcher, and the ball knocked away again by Murphy and out of bounds.
Pretty good half-court defense there. The Lady Radies are having a little trouble getting in their offensive sets.
Patterson on the side will toss it in. It comes out to Harrell, goes back to the left side to Lawson. Lawson on the dribble. Back over it goes to Harrell. Harrell getting pressure from Hughes. Picks up her dribble. Needs some help. Finally gets rid of it to Patterson. And Patterson against Katie Murphy. Reversing back to the right side. Wants to drive with it and then cuts back left to the free throw line. He may have got away with a walk. Shot goes up and in. 2-0 the score. Barren County with the basketball as Ennis has it on the right side. She wants to drive to the basket, puts it up. It's no good. Try to put it up with the left hand on the right-hand side.
For some reason.
Yeah, and Patterson right it down the middle of the lane, goes under, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound comes off to London. Murphy swings it long up to Ennis. Bounce pass underneath to Varney, lays it up, missed the shot. Ball tapped off and
2 layups in a row.
has it. Yeah, got to make those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
On the left side, Bratcher with it. Giving it out now to Harrell. Harrell guarded by Emma Hughes. Back to Bratcher. Curls to the top of the key. Fires up the shot. It is no good off the front of the rim. Emma Hughes with the rebound off to Katie Murphy. Murphy bounce pass to the right side. London wide open. 3-point shot is off the mark. Offensive rebound by Varney. Pulling it out of there. Gives it back to Ennis. She'll try it for a 3. It's an air ball. Underneath, Warren East has a basketball. Good looks, but they're just not going down. Here's Patterson working inside the lane. Had it blocked, put up, no good for Forrester. And then Patterson again trying to go up with it. A foul this time.
Well, same thing, Jay. We don't get much. I mean, we did get some open looks down here, but don't come away with any points. And then offensive rebound 2 in a row and a foul on Katie Murphy.
First foul of the basketball game. Patterson is a 70.5% foul shooter on the year for Warren East. Here's her first shot. It's up. It's good.
And those two girls have got a little size, as you can see. Then they got three guards there. You got to find those girls. Raven didn't do a very good job of finding Caroline. She tipped it over to Lucy, and then she put it up for the foul.
Second shot good for Patterson. 4-0 Warren East. They're in the press.
A 1-2-2 pressure here, Jay.
London in the backcourt gives it over to Murphy. Murphy diagonal pass right side. Ennis drives, goes shot blocked from Patterson, saved inbounds. Warren East had it for a moment, then Ennis had it for a moment. She threw it away. And stolen back. Hughes gives it over to Ennis. Ennis wants to drive. Behind the back dribble. Goes under with the left hand. Hit the side of the backboard. Foul called on Lawson.
Just a little bit out of sorts offensively down here. Need to get into our set and run a little something offensively.
Yeah. Raven Ennis is 73% foul shooter on the year for Barren County. We'll shoot two. The first one is up. It's good. Puts the Trojanettes on the scoreboard with 5:07 to play here in the first quarter. Second shot for Ennis on the way. Good. 4-2. And Lawson has it in the backcourt, gives it over to Patterson. Patterson works it to right side, over to Lawson. In the middle there, goes to Harrell. Bounce pass right corner, Bratcher going baseline. Threw a bad pass, Hughes there to get it. Gives it to Murphy. Murphy fires a long pass down to the right corner. Can't get to it in time, out of bounds. So Patterson will toss it in for Warren East. And you're going to have to hurry. Has to call a timeout. Just before the 5-second count. So this will be a 30. Yep. 4:49 to play here in the opening quarter. Barren County trailing Warren East 4-2. Warren East averaging 48.6 points a game, giving up 50.4. They shoot 34.8% from the field, averaging about 3 threes a game. They shoot 60.7% from the foul line and average 31.5 rebounds a game.
That's a lot of rebounds, Jay, and you can see I don't think they're going to be a really great shooting team. I mean, I think it comes down to two players, basically Caroline and Lucy, making sure that we don't give them second opportunities. Lucy is good enough to score on the offense, but we can't give them 2 and 3 opportunities.
Here's a run out coming to Patterson, trying to chase it down, and couldn't do so. Dropped it on the end line, trying to save it.
Caught a break there, Jay.
Yeah. And East will go back to that 1-2-2. Zone court press. Murphy has it. Sends it up court to Varney on the left side. Now Varney wants to drive to the baseline. She's cut off. Double team. Bounce pass in there to Ennis. And a crowd and a whistle and a foul.
Good look there back, Abby Varney to Raven. I believe they got Caroline Forrester there.
That'll be her first, and that'll be the second foul in Warren East here in the first half. Ball comes out to London, gives to Murphy, feeds it there to Ennis. Turnaround jump shot from 10, bounces, rolls off the rim. Rebound to Forrester for Warren East. Here's Patterson coming into the front court. Now accelerates, goes to the basket, blocked by Murphy, and loose ball on the floor, picked up by Varney. She's in a trap, and then stolen by Patterson. She goes up, and she's fouled.
Well, in that situation right there, they're looking for Katie, but Abby's a good enough ball handler. She can dribble that ball herself, dribble out of that trap.
First foul on Varney, 2 on the Trojanettes, and Patterson back at the stripe. First one on the way, and it's good.
Good-looking free throw shooter.
First substitution for the Lady Raiders as they bring in number 12, Amaya Carter, a 5'6" freshman. She'll replace Bratcher. Patterson trying to go 4 for 4, and she does. 6-2 Warren East. London gets the ball in play to Murphy. Cross-court pass comes to Ennis. Left side Varney. Dribble. And then gives it back out to London. Back to Ennis. 3. If it goes, it bounces off the rim. Rebound Forrester. Lawson with it in front court. Back to Forrester. Hands it off to Patterson. Now they're going to drive with it to the basket. Shot goes up. It's no good. Rebounded there by London off the missed shot. And Murphy into the front court. London Hands it off to Murphy. Lost the handle. Poked away. Chased it down. Got a little bump. No whistle. Left side it comes to Varney. Now Varney driving into the lane. Has it stripped loose, but Murphy there to pick it up. And ball gets away again. Hughes has it to the right side. Back out to London. Gives to Ennis. Too crowded over there in the corner. They cut back to the lane, try to dish it off. A whistle and another foul on Warren East.
A lot of contact, on this end down here. We got to be strong with the basketball. We turned it over about 3 times there, but we were fortunate to get it back.
Yeah. Foul is on Alexander, who just checked in the ball game a moment ago. 5'4" freshman. Raven Ennis. Free throw on the way. Good. Only been one field goal made here in this first quarter so far.
Both teams a little sloppy, Jay.
Abby Varney checking out of the ball game, and got Katie Elmore, 5'6", 8th grader. Second shot good for Ennis. 6-4 as the ball comes into Patterson. She bounces it off to Alexander. Alexander had it stripped loose by Murphy, picked up by Elmore, back underneath the Murphy, and ball kicked out of bounds. Katie Murphy will toss it in right side of the bucket. In the corner goes to London. Fires up the 3. It is no good. Alexander with a rebound for Warren East. Ahead up to Patterson. Diagonal pass goes through the hands over the head of Carter and out of bounds. Barren County's basketball. East going to drop back.
A little bit of zone here.
Yeah,
looks
like a 1-2-2.
Yeah,
half
I think
court.
so. Yep.
Elmore underneath London, and she walked. So Warren East will have the ball. 2:56 left to go here in the opening quarter. Lady Raiders with a 6-4 lead. Ball comes into Lawson. Lawson dribbles, falls down, picked up by Ennis. A little 10-footer on the left side, won't go. Rebound to Patterson. Now Patterson trying to work it into the front court left side. Goes right side with it to Lawson. Launches a 3. It's no good. Patterson was over the back of Murphy, but no whistle. But the Trojanettes have it going the other way. Raven Ennis driving. Bounce pass underneath to Elmore. Throws it up. It rolled off the rim. Wow. There's a lid up there on the rim right now.
Yes, sir.
Alexander with the basketball for Warren East. Gets rid of it to Patterson. Back out now to Alexander. 2:18 left in the quarter. Right side, Lawson. Another three-point try. This time's good. That's her 20th three-point shot of the year.
Good-looking shot.
Elmore with it on the right side. And it's going to be a jump ball as Alexander reached in to tie it up. Trojanettes will get it. 9-4, Warren East. Harold checking back into the Warren East lineup. She'll replace Alexander. Barren County with the ball. Murphy throws it out front to Elmore. Now Elmore gets rid of the basketball to Murphy. Back to Elmore on the right side. Now dribbles it down, gives it, and stole it away. Lawson's got it for Warren East. Angles off to the right side. And then Murphy putting the pressure on her. Gives it down on a bounce pass to Patterson. Here's Forrester in the lane. Puts up the jumper. No, off the front of the rim. Rebound falls in the hands of Elmore. And now Murphy works it in front court. Sends it down the left side over to Hughes. Out top London. Wide open. Three-point try. Good.
She was able to set her feet there, Jay. Get a better look at it.
She had 3 last night against Glasgow. That's her 19th three-pointer of the year. Pulls the Trojanettes back within 2. It's 9-7. 1:14 to play in the first. Patterson throws it up on the run, off the back of the rim. And Forrester had it ripped away from her from Emma Hughes, and a foul.
Well, I tell you what, great job by Emma Hughes there, because that Forrester wasn't even her man, but she was able to. We got to find Caroline. Somebody's got to take responsibility right now. She's just got free reign. Thank goodness she's coming out.
Yeah.
But we got to make great job by Emma to just take that away from 2 Lady Raiders.
Foul was on Harold, her first, team's 4th. Abby Varney back in the ball game now for Barren to give Emma Hughes a break. 1 minute to play here in the first. Murphy with the basketball. Murphy hands it off to Elmore. Elmore dribbles left, gets rid of it to Varney. She's going to drive to the basket, puts it up. It rolls off the rim. Rebound London. Back out to Murphy for 3. Bingo! Peoples Bank 3-point shot for Katie Murphy, and Barren County takes the lead at 10-9. And what do we got, a foul?
Yeah, I don't know. But it was a foul on Katie Elmore there. Just a little slow reacting to that in the pressure. You want to see that pass coming, anticipate that, close on it faster than the pass is being made.
Alexander will handle the basketball. They set a screen up for her on the left side. Driving left, falling down. It'll be a traveling violation. She fell down and wanted to put the dribble back down on the floor. She was trying to hold her. As Addison Smith checks in, 5'2" sophomore. 25 seconds to play here in the quarter. Barren County with a 10-9 lead. Elmore needs help. Bounces long over to London. London getting pressure from Lawson. Out it comes to Varney. Varney wants to drive left. Throws it over to Ennis. Down to 10 seconds. Ennis driving strong to the bucket. Flips it up. Got it to go in. Had a little English on that one.
She did.
It fell in, and a foul on Warren East.
Great move there by Raven. A little spread offense. Great move. Like you said, with a little English on it there to get the and one opportunity here.
That was on Harrell, her second personal, and Ennis at the line. Her free throw is up. It's good. She's 5 out of 5 from the stripe here in the first quarter, giving Barren County a 13-9 lead. Bratcher back in. Forrester comes back in for Warren East as they will replace Sheehan, who just checked in for a moment. And now Lawson is back in there. Carter on the court now. Gets rid of it to Patterson. Head up to Lawson. And they send it down underneath. Here's a layup. Too strong. Rebound put back up and in. Right at before the buzzer by Carter. And that ends the first period of play with a score. The Trojanettes 13, Warren East 11. Back after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Thirteen to 11, the Trojanettes leading the Lady Raiders. Here as we start quarter number 2, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Warren East with the basketball. Patterson will bring it across the line. Sends it over the left side to Lawson. Lawson on the dribble against Emma Hughes. Bounces down low with a Forrester. Puts it up. It is no good. Shot it over the rim. Got double teamed down low. Here come the Trojanettes on the attack as Ennis drives it to the bucket, and she's going to be fouled.
Well, two things happened really well there, Jay. We did a good job defending Caroline Forrester, and when the shot went up, Katie Murphy had Lucy Patterson boxed off with a physical contact, and when we come down and we draw a foul on her.
Patterson commits her first. Free throw's good for Raven Ennis. 6 for 6 from the stripe. 14 to 11, Barren County. Second shot on the way. Good again. 15 to 11. Each team had 3 field goals in the first quarter. Barren had 2 3-point buckets, and Warren East had 1. Patterson getting the screen out top from Forrester. Drives. Can't shoot. Throws it across over to Lawson for a 3-point try. That's no good. Rebound in there. Patterson lost it out of bounds.
It's a tough assignment for Katie. She's given up about 6 inches there, but still you can be physical at contact on the rebound.
Cross-court pass comes to Hughes, sends it over to Varney on the left side. Down the corner, Smith. Smith will send it back out to Ennis for the three-point shot. It's no good. Long rebound comes off to Lawson at the free throw line. Patterson driving it right down the lane, puts it up, missed the shot. Forrester with a rebound and goes back up with it and in. Her first 2 points. And we got a turnover as Varney almost turned it over.
Great hustle there by
was able to get it back. Murphy in the front court, 15-13 Trojanettes. Over it goes to Ennis. Back out front it goes to Murphy. Back to Ennis, out front of the right side. Sends it now out top to Hughes. Left side over to Murphy. Down low, here's a shot put up and in by Ennis.
Great cut by Raven and a great pass by Katie Murphy.
Give Katie Murphy the Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. It's 17-13. Right side, Lawson lobs it underneath to Forrester, and she walked.
Well, the Ravens, she's got to either be in front or behind. She can't be in between, and she was late to get. We got lucky there on the walk call.
Yep. Ball comes into Murphy. Flips it up court now to Smith. Smith driving. And then lost the handle, and what do we got? Jump ball, and it will go back to the Trojanettes.
Yeah, Addison just needs to make that one extra pass there a little bit quicker than that, too deep on that, or take the shot, either one. She can make that shot.
Katie Gerald's 5'7", 8th grader, checks into the Trojanet lineup for Addison Smith. Murphy gets it in the corner to Varney on the right-hand side. Feeds it to Ennis. Ennis in a lot of traffic, and they're going to call her for steps.
You got to recognize the situation. Like you said there, Jay, a lot of traffic. Just pick that ball up, chin it, and look to pass it out and get it again.
17-13, 2 minutes gone here in the second period. As Patterson will walk it up for Warren East. Wants to work against Murphy. Backtracking in. Turns and fires over Murphy from 17. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Put back up and in by Bratcher. 17-15. Varney with it on the left side. Stops at the left elbow. Jumper good.
Nice job. Might have got away with a walk, but it was a job of putting the ball in the hoop.
Yep. 19-15. That's Varney's first 2 points tonight. Barren County with a 4-point lead. Reagan Lawson with it on the left side. Works to the top of the key. Now gets rid of it to Alexander. Or rather to Carter.
Oh, good job.
Stolen. Emma Hughes driving. Stops and gets bumped. Whistle and a foul on number 12.
Great defense there by Emma.
Yep, that's Carter, her first, team 7th. Got to put the Trojanettes in the bonus for the rest of the half.
Jay, I know when I'm on here with you, I keep sounding like a broken record, but we get a great defensive stop on the first shot down here against Lucy, and then we give up the offensive rebound. And rebounding defensively is all 5 people, okay? It can't be 4, can't be 3. Everybody's got a job to do.
Mm-hmm. Emma Hughes can't get the shot to go. Rebound in, is back up, no good. Got her own rebound again, trying to go back up with dribbles and gets rid of it over to Elmore. She drives in a lot of traffic, has it swatted away. Patterson reaching in. And jump ball is going to give it to Warren East.
Just shoot it. Just shoot it, and that's it. Sometimes we overpass the ball a little bit too much. Get into people, draw the foul, go to the free throw line.
Yep.
Like you said, too much traffic there to try to pass that ball.
19-15, Trojanettes by 4. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. As the ball comes over to Bratcher on the right side. Bratcher picked up her dribble, goes to Patterson to right elbow, had it smacked loose by Murphy, and then she tries to go, ooh-wee. Yeah. We'll call a foul on Katie Murphy. That's going to be her second, team's 4th.
Typically what you'll get from the Zebras, Jay, when you see that, they will call a foul 95% of the time, whether you got the ball or not. I guess they're just assuming that if it gets knocked out of your hand, it must be a situation where you fouled. I can't tell if she got any of the hand or not, but looked pretty clean from here.
Yeah. Patterson hits the free throw. She's 5 out of 5. So Katie Murphy checking out with those 2 fouls. Emma Hughes back in the Trojanet lineup. 19-16. Patterson back in the line for Warren East. And this shot goes up. It's in there. And she has 8 points, 6 for 6 at the charity stripe. 2-point ball game. Elmore working the right side. Now reverses back out. Needs help. Gives it to Ennis. Ennis swings it over to the left side to Varney. Now Varney down to the left corner to Hughes. Back to Varney. Varney dribbles it out front, getting pressure from Bratcher. Left side it goes to Hughes. Ooh, dangerous pass. Oh, I thought it was going to be a pass there, but decided to pull it back in. Ennis with a long three. Bounces high. And it hit. I don't know. Did it go over the backboard?
There's nothing to hit up there. I don't know what he's.
I think the official.
I think he missed
may
that
have.
one. I don't know what they're going to call now. I guess you could go to the possession arrow. I don't know what. That's inadvertent whistle, Jay. I don't get it, but
I didn't see anything. With
I mean, it bounced straight up in the air.
It went straight up. It didn't go over the backboard.
No, sir. I mean, I guess we're lucky there that we've got the possession arrow.
So Elmore will toss it in, right side of the bucket, goes left of the baseline as Ennis tried to go up. And call a traveling violation. I believe that was Alexander that got a hand on it, or at least defended Ennis from.
Kind of knocked the ball out of her hand, and then she caught it and came back down in the same motion, like you said.
So they work with it to the left side. They give it to Bratcher. Bratcher getting pressure from Emma Hughes. They feed it in there to Patterson. She'll dribble it out to the left wing. Cross-court pass to the right side there to Alexander. And we got a blocking foul on the Trojanettes.
It's going to be on Abby Varney. I think that may be her second.
That's two, Second Trojanette to pick up two. That's the 15 foul on Barren County here in the first half. Katie Gerald's going to return for Abby Varney with 3:56 to play here in the second quarter. As Lawson will toss it in, right side of the bucket for Warren East. Still looking. Throws it out to Alexander. She was trying to go and gives it to Bratcher. Back to Alexander on the left wing. Looking for Forrester, who's got fronted there by Ennis. They work it into Patterson. Knocked away by Elmore. Down to the floor. Got rid of it to Ennis, and timeout by Coach Piper Lindsay.
Great defense there by Katie Elmore to deflect that ball.
3:41 to play. We'll take a People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow, working for you. Join James Brown and John Butler every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock for the Brown Sports Bag on 104.7 The Score or 104thescore.com. An hour-long sports show devoted to high school and college sports. And also check out James Brown's photos, stories, and more from Trojan and Trojanette basketball on 104 The Score. Just log on to 104thescore.com or the 104 The Score Facebook page. 19-17. Trojanettes by two, led by two at the end of the first quarter. Free throws is what has kept both teams in the game here. Ennis hit 7 out of 7, and Patterson 6 for 6 for Warren East. London in the backcourt, works against Lawson, gets it across the line. Sends it down the right corner to Geralds. And Geralds gives it back to Hughes. Out front is Elmore. Elmore back to Geralds. Works it into the key. Now London had the ball get away from her, but got rid of it over to Ennis. Zigzagging to the basket. Puts it up and in.
Good strong move there by Raven. Straight to the rim.
Ennis now with 13 points here in the first half. It's 21-17. Bratcher with it out front for Warren East. We come down to the 3-minute mark of the first half. Bratcher sends it right side to Lawson. And now Lawson back out to Alexander around the left side. Bratcher for three. No good. Rebound coming off to Emma Hughes. Here comes Ennis into the front court. Right side, pulls up, 10-footer, got it.
Nice shot right in front of Caroline Forrester. And Raven did a great job down here on the defensive rebound.
Stolen by Emma Hughes, picks off the pass. Now Hughes wants to drive with it, goes to the bucket, throws it up. No, looked like a foul there. There was some contact for sure.
A lot of contact, Jay.
And Patterson has it for Warren East. Gets rid of it on the right side. Here's a shot in the air, no good. Ball hits the floor, chasing it down. It's Alexander. Wow. Taken away from her by Ennis. Ennis working down toward the basket, and she got fouled going up.
I tell you what, last 2 or 3 trips down, Raven playing really hard on both ends of the floor, and you see the production that comes from that. A good defensive rebound, a good defensive steal.
Lawson picks up her second personal. That's the second Warren East player to pick up 2. Team's 8th. Ennis at the line for 2 shots. The first one is up. It's good. Still perfect tonight, 8 for 8. Alexander checking out for Warren East. Harrell is back in for the Lady Raiders. One more for Raven Ennis. It's on the way, and it is good. Nothing but net on both of those. Makes it 25-17 Barren. 2:05 left in the first half. Harrell with the basketball for East. Left side, Patterson. Now Patterson on the dribble. Wants to drive. Goes to the basket. Puts it up too strong, but a foul.
Good crossover there by Lucy Patterson. Nobody really, she got by Katie Elmore, but nobody else really stepped over to make her do something different and got the foul.
So it puts Patterson at the line where she's perfect so far tonight. And the first of two, good.
Well, Jay, I think the defense for her is play the drive first. I've not seen her pull up and hit a jump shot yet. So play the drive, play the crossover, play the stop and go, and keep her in front of you. I know it's easier said than done, but play that way to see how she can handle it.
Patterson hits both, makes it 25-19 with 1:53 to play here in the first half. Elmore driving, throws up the shot, no. And battle for the rebound, put up no good for Elmore, but a foul call. Foul is on Harrell. That's 3 on her. Team's 9th.
Good strong move there by Katie Elmore to the rim. Not only that, but then I thought she got fouled on the shot, but then she went and got a rebound. Great job.
Elmore sinks the free throw for her first point of the game. 26-19. So Harrell goes to the bench with those 3 fouls. Elmore for the second shot. Good. That raises her average up. She hit a few free throws last night against Glasgow.
Yep.
She was at 45%. That ought to bring it up a little more.
Yes, sir.
27-19. Trojanettes by 8. 1:38 to play in the first half. Bratcher off the screen. Out front with it is Lawson. Katie Murphy on the bench with 2 fouls. Abby Varney also on the bench with 2 fouls for the Trojanettes. Here's a pass coming to Bratcher, and her shot partially blocked by Ennis. She comes down with a basketball. Ennis with a crossover move, spin move, stops and pulls up with a jumper, bounces off the front of the rim. Rebound to Forrester. Patterson with it, works it into the paint, throws up the shot, and got it to drop in. 27-21, 55 seconds to play here in the first half. Elmore, bounce pass right to Hughes. Over goes to Ennis. Now to Gerald. Gerald gives to London. London had a wide open look there but didn't take it. Here's Hughes giving it back out to Elmore. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Gerald's with it. Kicks it back over to Hughes. She wants to drive into the lane. Back to London out of the right wing. 30 seconds left in the half. Hughes back out front to London. Sends it over to Gerald's. Gerald's bounce pass to Hughes. Right of the circle. 20 seconds to go. Hughes on the dribble against Forrester. Goes right side with it to Elmore. Elmore getting some pressure, and they steal it from her. Here's Lawson driving, and they had it poked away out of bounds. Oh, they're going to call a reach in on Elmore. Her second, team 7th. And it'll be 1-1 for Warren East, putting Lawson at the line. Shows her coach she only shoots 40% from the foul line.
Wow. Typically, you like to shoot about 70% from the free throw line. 75% is a good average percentage there.
She knocked down a 3-point shot back in the first quarter. Here's her free throw. It's up. It no good. Rebound to London. 8 seconds. London. Right side, Gerald's back out to London. In the corner, Elmore fires and hits it at the buzzer, and it's a 3-point shot.
Great extra pass there by Addison London. She had a contested 3, Jay, but she gave it up for a much better look there by Katie Elmore. Great job.
So Elmore ends the half with a People's Bank 3-point shot to give the Trojanettes a 29-21 lead here at the break. We will come back as our second quarter tonight, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. South Central Bank halftime report next, right here, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Consider South Central Bank, a bank that believes in love relationships, offers free checking, safe and secure online payment, credit, loan lenders.
Scotty's has been serving South Central Kentucky for nearly 50 years. As your local building contractor, Scotty's is here to
And we welcome you to the South Central Bank halftime report. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trojanettes 29, Warren East 21 here at the break. Barren County led 13-11 at the end of the first quarter and outscored Warren East 16-10 in the second period of play. Warren East had 6 field goals in the first half, one of those a three-point shot. They were 8 for 9 from the foul line. And Lucy Patterson has 12 of Warren East's 21 points in the first half, couple of field goals, 8 for 8 from the charity stripe. Caroline Forrester with 2 points, a 3-point bucket from Reagan Lawson, 2 points from Amaya Carter, and 2 for Riley Brancher. Trojanettes had 8 field goals in the first half, 2 more than Warren East. 3 of those were 3-point shots, and Barren County 11 of 12 from the foul line in the first half. Raven Ennis has 17 of Barren County's 29 points, 4 baskets, and 9 for 9 from the charity stripe. 3-pointer for Katie Murphy, also a 3 from Addison London, a 3-pointer and 2 free throws from Katie Elmore for 5 points, and 2 points for Abby Varney. The foul situation, Katie Murphy with 2, Abby Varney with 2, and Katie Elmore with 2 in the first half. Warren East and Natalie Harrell picked up 3. So, Coach, we kind of started pulling away there late in the second quarter.
Well, we did. The key, it's kind of like the Central game the other night, Jay. Lucy Patterson is obviously one of the top 5 or 6 players in the region, so she's going to get hers. Hers is, she's going to the free throw line on the penetration. What we can't have happen is her to get other people involved and somebody have a big game. We've done a pretty good job on Caroline Forrester. You said she's got 2 points, so that's pretty good. We just got to find people when they go up. Lucy is hard to stay in front of. Again, like we said, play the drive on the situation. Let her have that jump shot. We got to stay out of foul trouble. Abby and Katie Murphy have got to be in the game, so got to stay out of foul trouble, stay in front of her a little bit. Shot goes up. Find somebody physically, and I think the offense for us will take care of itself down on the other end. If we start allowing second and third opportunities, or we start allowing Lucy to get into the lane for her jump shot or her shot, or creating for somebody else, then we'll be in a dogfight.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Forrester only 2 points, and that was on a second chance. Yeah. It wasn't, right underneath the basket where they fed it to her.
Yeah, and we're doing a pretty good job. She's got a couple of offense. She's going to. She's 5'11". Yeah, okay, so she's going to get some offensive rebounds. We don't need her to get 8 and 10 offensive rebounds, so we've done a pretty good job of that. And we just got to try our best to stay in front of Lucy and keep her off the free throw line.
Great first half from Raven Ennis, 17 points, knocking down 9 of 9 free throws.
Well, she was automatic at the free throw line, and I tell you something else that I saw is a burst of energy out of her a little bit on both ends of the floor. They can't stay in front of her either. Okay, so we just said that they can't stay in front of. We can't stay in front of Lucy. They can't stay in front of Raven. So Raven started out a little slow, but she got into a rhythm there and got to the free throw line and knocked some shots down. So we got to have some other players step up and take a little bit of that scoring load off of her.
Yeah, Katie Murphy knocked down a three-point shot in the first quarter. So did Addison London. And you'd like to see more scoring out of those two, especially to kind of make up for the 15 points a game that Macy Lockhart had been averaging the first 5 before she got hurt.
Exactly. And my philosophy as a coach is this, if you're struggling a little bit from the floor, get a little closer to the rim, ball fake, go by people, get into somebody, go to the free throw line. And so a lot of our offense against man is spread. If you look, we run different sets that afford us the opportunity to get out on the floor. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, we overpass it a little bit. Yeah. I'd rather have a shot than a turnover. So any of those girls, Abby, Addison, Katie Murphy, any of those girls, even Emma Hughes, can put the ball on the floor and go by. And so we gotta think, let's get into somebody, let's draw a foul, let's go to the free throw line. So as you said, we got somebody else or a couple other people got to step up and take a little bit of that scoring brunt.
And that's some of our Zaxby second half keys to the game right there. We're going to come back with the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial second half. Third quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op as we're at halftime of the girls game. Trojanettes 29, Warren East 21. We'll come back with the second half after this timeout. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
That lays down that solid foundation, getting construction sites ready for new builds. A family-owned commercial and industrial construction company based in Glasgow. The owners have a combined experience of over 60 years in the construction business. They specialize in excavation, site development, and site utilities. CRS to work on your next job and know it will be a success. CRS Construction in Glasgow. Call them at 270-6920.
Yeah, about a minute before we get the second half underway. Trojanettes 29, Warren East 21. Got the boys game coming up later tonight. And wasn't for sure, Coach, if they were going to be able to reschedule that game. But luckily they were able to get this one in for tonight because next week doesn't look so hot as far as high school basketball is concerned, probably around the whole state.
I would say so. If the forecast holds, it doesn't look good for high school basketball. And like we talked on the radio last night, both the girls and boys games kind of developed late yesterday afternoon. We had that big district game with Glasgow last night, and going into the game just a few hours before the Glasgow game, we kind of finalized the situation with both the boys and the girls. So just kind of the day and age that we're living in right now with COVID as far as flexibility and whatnot, and then you throw on top of it the weather, it gets kind of complicated, no doubt.
I know the guys are supposed to have 4 road games next week. At Metcalf Monday, Campbellsville Tuesday, Hopkinsville Friday, and Owensboro Sports Center on Saturday. So
I had no idea that there were 4. Yeah, Yeah, well, a little snow might help that. That would not be a good situation.
That's
4 out of
true.
5 games on the road, that would not be good.
I would say if we get any games in, it would probably be next Saturday. I think the temperature's supposed to warm up in the 40s next
You're
Saturday.
right. You're exactly right.
And stay up there for a little while.
Thank goodness.
The long-range forecast.
Done
anyway.
with this weather.
Absolutely. Trojanettes up by 8 here as we start the third quarter. And it'll be Warren East basketball. Barren County going back with the original starting 5. And so does Warren East. Patterson with it on the right side and slapped away by Murphy out of bounds in the Warren East bench.
You just got to be careful there on that type of situation. You never know when a zebra might go ahead and call that a foul, even though it may not be.
Yeah. Patterson working around out top, going back to the right side with it. Pushed off Murphy, and no call. And here's a three-point shot, no good. Forrester the rebound, puts it back up and in. Long bounce pass from Murphy to Varney. Back to Murphy. Trying to go baseline, a whistle, and a blocking foul.
I think they call it out of bounds on us.
Or is it out of bounds?
Yeah, I think they call it out of bounds on us.
Well, Warren East will have the ball. It's 29-23. Spratcher handles the point against Varney. Left side with it. It goes to Harrell. Harrell playing with 3 fouls. They bounce it in the post there to Patterson in the right side corner. 3 no good. Forrester chasing down the rebound. Slapped away by Ennis, and it goes out of bounds.
2 trips, 2 offensive rebounds. Like I said repeatedly, defensive rebounding is about a will to want to do something. You can't just jump. You got to go and make contact and go get the ball.
Ball comes out to Lawson. She gives it to Bratcher. Bratcher working out front against Varney. To the right side. Wants to drive with it all the way to the corner. Goes up the baseline. Throws it up. Blocked by Varney, and they're going to call over the foul.
Great job there by the youngster, undersized there, but she kept going to the rim. The problem, Abby's trying to reach on that situation. You're not going to get that ball. If you do, they're going to call a foul.
Yeah. And that's 3 on Varney.
Yeah. Less than a minute here into the second half.
So now Katie Elmore will come in, and Varney will be on the bench for a little while. We've only played a minute of the third quarter. They lob it in the lane there to Forrester. Works ahead, is smacked loose, but Patterson there to get it on the baseline against Murphy. Now we'll get Rivet out. Harrell, she walked, but no call. Shot comes off the back of the rim, tapped up in the air, and Forrester pulls it down, feeds it in there to Patterson, and she puts it in. And now it's a
rebound.
Yep, 4-point ball game. London out of the left corner slides and goes into the lane, and I threw it right in the hands of Patterson. Turnover by Barren. Here comes Patterson driving strong to the bucket, puts it up, missed it. Ball is going to be tipped out of bounds as Patterson tried to grab her on rebound.
Well, Addison's got to shoot this shot down here. That's what she does.
She's wide open.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I'd rather have a shot than a turnover.
Yeah.
Just shoot the basketball.
29-25, Barren County played a little over a minute and a half of the third as Elmore works against Harrell, and ball slapped out of bounds. Harrell came real close getting her 4th foul.
A lot of contact there too, Jay. You're right.
London will toss it in. Gets it into Murphy. Oh my God. Back to London. Had it swatted away and out of bounds.
Our spacing is horrible.
Yeah.
It's just, we take it out. We're on top of each other. Not very disciplined.
And the ball comes in the corner to London. Feeds it down low in there to Hughes, trying to work against Forrester. Back out it comes to Elmore. Fakes, drives in, and passes on a bounce pass. And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow back to the Trojanettes. Ennis will toss it in right of the bucket. Comes in the corner, London. Out to Murphy. Now gives to Elmore. Back left corner, Ennis. Ennis in the lane. Goes up with a shot. It won't go. Rebound, Hughes. Back out to Elmore. Fires it down to London. Puts it up. It is no good. Rebound pulled down by Harrell for Warren East. Can't get the shot to go down. That trip.
Good look there, Addison. It was.
And there's Bratcher giving it in a lob down to Forrester. And have a foul on Elmore.
little high-low there by Lucy Patterson and Caroline Forster. They're a pretty good job at defending it, but just reaching, not moving her feet. You got to move your feet and stop reaching for the basketball.
It's going to be 3 on Katie Elmore, so she's the second Trojanette to pick up 3 fouls here in the second half. Katie Geralds will come in to replace Elmore. Played almost 2.5 minutes. Trojanettes have not got on the board here in the second half. As Bratcher knocked away by Murphy. Oh, I thought she was out of bounds.
Well, I don't think she established herself inbounds, Jay.
Anyways, a turnover. Here come the Trojanettes. Ennis. And had it smacked loose on the floor. Forster has it for Warren East. Patterson racing down to the right side. Goes into Murphy. A whistle and an offensive foul.
She tried the little Euro. But Katie slid over, and I do think it was a charge.
Yep. So second foul on Patterson will be the first on Warren East in the second half. Murphy, long pass down underneath the Geralds. Works inside, throws it up short. Tried to get her on rebound. It's slapped out, and Bratcher grabs it for Warren East. 3 minutes gone here in the third. Reagan lost it a 3. No good. Rebound to Murphy. Off to Ennis. Ennis down the left side. Pulls up. Cuts back left. Wants to get around Patterson. Goes on to try to go up with a reverse. Lost the handle. And here come Warren East again. 29-25. Wide open 3 from the right wing. Good for Harrell. And it's a 1-point ball game. 7-0 run for Warren East to start the second half. Murphy bounce pass in the corner. Hughes fires and misses. Offensive rebound London. Back out to Ennis. Top of the circle. Left side it comes to Geralds. Geralds stops and looks and goes back to Hughes on the left side as she'll circle it out. Gives it to Murphy. Murphy trying to penetrate. Can't go. Gives it over in the corner. Now here's a 3 by Ennis. No good. Rebound to Patterson for Warren East. East can take the lead. Here's Reagan Lawson driving under. Laying it up and in. And all of a sudden, Warren East is on a 9-0 run to start the third quarter. Barren County has gone scoreless. We're almost halfway through.
Yeah, we're out of sorts again down here offensively. We're just turnover. It looks like a carbon copy of the first quarter, I'll be honest with you. A lot of one-on-one moves and not really get into our offensive sets. And did a better job down here defensive rebound in the last couple of trips, but too many turnovers and too many missed opportunities down here on the offensive end.
As 4 different Warren East Lady Raiders have scored here in the third quarter. Of course, Harrell hit a 3, and then Patterson, Forrester, and Lawson have both hit 2-point buckets. To go, it was actually an 8-point lead at the half. We played almost 4 minutes, and they've come back and on a 9-0 run.
And what we do a lot is we pressure. We got to make shots to pressure, and so when you don't make shots, you can't get into your pressure defense a little bit. And then we're just not taking care of the basketball down here and getting into the offensive sets that got us that 8-point lead, as you said.
Barren County has 2 players with 3 fouls, Abby Varney and Katie Elmore. Warren East, Natalie Harrell has 3. Addison London into Katie Murphy. As Murphy brings it across the timeline, gets a screen set, gets rid of it to Ennis. Ennis curls around to the right, wants to go inside, throws up the shot, no. Rebound by Harrell. Off to Patterson. Patterson, crossover move. Cut off. Has to shovel it back out to Lawson. Now Patterson down lows. Forrester puts it up. It is good.
Good strong move right there by Caroline Forrester.
32-29. Long pass down to London to the left side. Feeds it to Murphy. Goes to the basket. Puts it up short. Rebound taken by Harrell.
Another missed opportunity, Jay. Wide open layup.
Lawson with it deep on the right side. East leads at 32-29. They're on an 11-0 run. 3:12 left to go, third quarter. Bratcher with the basketball out front with it for the Lady Raiders. On the right side, they give it to Lawson. Down to the corner, bounce pass is batted away from behind by Murphy in the hands of London. She had it knocked loose. Murphy picks it up. Murphy, 4-on-2, driving to the bucket, lays it up and missed the layup. Rebound to Harrell. Long pass on the left side. It comes to Bratcher. 2:45 left in the third period. Left side with it is Harrell. Now Harrell gets rid of the basketball out to Forrester. Right side it goes to Bratcher. They feed it in there down low. Back out it comes to Lawson for three. Air ball. And that ball will go out of bounds. Addison Smith will return to the Trojanet lineup. She will come in for Addison London. 2:25 left in the third. Barren County still scoreless here in the third quarter.
We've had a couple of good looks. Katie Murphy especially had 2 looks, and you just got to finish, man. You got to finish those layups, and you got to knock shots down.
This ball comes into play to Katie Murphy. Murphy getting the screen, drives left side, leaves it with Hughes. Now Hughes backs out of the dribble, looking for Ennis. Got Patterson really putting the pressure on
Good
Ennis.
ball defense there, Jay.
Now Murphy with the basketball. Murphy gets rid of it over to Smith. Smith goes cross court with it over to Hughes. Feeds it inside there to Ennis, working it against Patterson. Going up with a shot, put it up and in.
Great move by Raven. Just took the ball right at Lucy.
Yep, ball kind of got knocked loose from her for a second, but she picked it up and put it in. First 2 points of the third quarter for the Trojanettes. 1:45 to go. As Warren East driving with it, going under, putting it up, rolls off the rim, got her on rebound and put it up, no good. Put back up and in by Patterson, and she's fouled.
Well, a couple of things. We get a ball screen. We don't necessarily hedge. I'm a big fan of going underneath. There's not many girls that can just pull up from 18 feet and hit it on a dime. Go underneath that. Stay with your girl. And we tried to hedge, and we didn't get the opportunity.
And the free throw is good for Patterson. She was 8 of 8 the first half. Now 9 of 9, and Warren East has a 4-point lead. 35-31, 1:27 left in the third period. London trying to feed it in there to Ennis. She's fouled by Patterson.
It's a good battle going on down there between Raven and Lucy. Just 2 good athletes going at it in the block area there. Raven working hard.
And now 3 on Patterson.
It's a big foul there.
Murphy to inbound, lobs it out to Hughes and tapped it to Smith. Now Smith gives it back to Murphy. Murphy back over now to Smith. Drives, trying to throw it in the corner to Hughes. Back out to Smith. She's got a wide open 3 look, but doesn't take it. Murphy trying to penetrate. Back over to Hughes. Out to Smith. She'll fire it up for 3. It's short. Rebound to Forrester. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. East with a 4-point lead, 35-31. Alexander with the basketball out front. Trojanettes only 2 points in the third period. Patterson down low. Had it knocked away twice and put up and in by Forrester. 37.7 seconds to go, and East has their largest lead at 6 here in the second half, 37-31. They've outscored the Trojanettes 16-2 here in the third period.
Well, it has certainly been a lopsided quarter both ways, offensively for Warren East, and then defensively down here, we're having trouble. As you can see what they're trying to do there with Lucy, much smaller Katie Murphy on her. They're trying to post her up. Smart move on their part. And then we're giving help in defense of Emma Hughes there. She's trying to come over and help Katie. Nobody else is rotating down to find Caroline. So we get a tough shot from Lucy, but then we get an easy putback for Caroline. Got to make some adjustments.
Yeah. And we missed a lot of layups.
Yes, sir.
Wide open shots.
Yes, sir, Jay. 2 points will not get it done in the quarter.
Ball comes into Murphy. 37 seconds to go in the third. Murphy still on the dribble out front. 30 seconds to go. That gives it in the corner to London. Back out to Murphy. Sends it over to Hughes on the right side. Now needs somewhere to go. Goes to London. Back to Hughes. Trying to feed it in there to Ennis. Got it batted loose. And now we got a whistle and a foul. And it's on number 12. That is Carter, who just checked in a moment ago. That is her second and the team's third. Barren County's ball with 13.1 left in the third quarter. Murphy sends it out to Smith. Over goes to London. Back to Smith. 9 seconds to go. She's picked up her dribble. Feeds to Ennis. Going inside. Flips up the shot with the left hand and put it in.
Great backdoor move by Raven.
37-33. Trying to throw a desperation shot. Hits the board, and that's the end of the third quarter. Barren County outscored 16-4 in the third period. They're down by 4, 37-33. We'll come back with the fourth quarter after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And this fourth quarter is brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trojanettes down 4, 37-33. Got outscored 16-4 in the third quarter. Patterson with the basketball. Fires it across over the right side. Bratcher on the baseline. Now it comes to Harrell. Now to Patterson. Now back to Harrell, top of the key. Harrell putting down the dribble against Raven Ennis. Now Ennis trying to apply a little more pressure. Gets a screen, drives left side. Now gets rid of it back out to Bratcher. Bratcher gets a screen from Patterson. Driving, going to the bucket. Throws it up. No. Rebound tapped out, and Murphy grabs it out of the air for the Trojanettes. Long pass down the floor to London. London feeds it back to Hughes. She goes under, puts it in, and a foul.
Tell you what, great job there by Emma Hughes to run the floor and go to the rim, and got an and one and a foul on Caroline.
Yeah, that's her second, team's fourth. Emma Hughes puts it up. It is good. Nice old-fashioned three-point play for the senior. Emma Hughes cuts the lead to 1, 37-36. Lucy Patterson with the ball for Warren East. Gets a screen from Forrester. Drives right side. Goes to the bucket. Puts it up and in.
We got to do a better job on the screen there. We got to go underneath it harder than that.
Yep. 39-36, and Varney travels with the basketball. Just checked back in the lineup, playing with 3 fouls. Warren East gets it right back with 6:53 remaining. As Patterson will bring it up. Patterson working one-on-one against Murphy. Almost took it away from her. Goes in a lot of traffic. Throws it against the glass. No good. Gets her on rebound. Back up and in. 21 for Lucy Patterson. 41-36, a 5-point Warren East lead. London, left wing 3. No, it's off high. Forrester pulls down the rebound for Warren East. To Lawson. Over it goes to Harrell. In the corner to Bratcher. Now Bratcher trying to bring it back out against Varney. Bratcher feeds it off to Patterson. Patterson against Katie Murphy. Getting on the screen there again. Going left side. They lost the handle. Had to go chase it down. Now working around to the right side. Gets the screen again. Hands it off to Lawson. 5:50 to play. Warren East up by 5. Out to Patterson. Now hands it off to Bratcher. Varney tries to apply pressure. Gets rid of it to Lawson. Guarded by London. Here's the lob. Knocked away by Murphy, but Patterson had it for a moment down to the floor. And then we're going to say that Murphy was out of bounds. I don't know.
I don't know what he called there, Jay, to be honest with you. I'm not for sure on that call. Lucy was down on the ground.
Yeah, I thought she was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Anyway, East basketball feeded in there to Forrester, and she puts it in. 8 of her 10 points here in the second half. 7-point lead. London on the right side, cut off. Gives to Murphy. Feeds to Varney. Left side Hughes putting down the dribble. Throws it out to Murphy in the corner of London. Lets it go for 3. Got it. Needed that one.
Good job at ball movement. Yep.
Second 3-point shot. People's Bank 3 for Addison London tonight. Cuts it to 4. Ball poked away by Murphy. And taken by Hughes. Gives it and down in low. Varney puts it up. It's no good, but she walked anyway.
Maybe just a little off her game tonight. Just put that ball on the floor and score it.
So East will get it back with a 4-point lead. 4:56 to play. And we're going to get a timeout here with 4:56 left in the contest. It's 43-39. Warren East by 4 over Barren County. When you're away from your radio, log on to Nash1037.com to get the games live on your computer, laptop, or smartphone, or use the app tab button on the Nash 1037 Facebook page. Trojans and Raiders coming up next in our doubleheader. After tonight, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll be.
We'll wait and see. But, a great game last night by the Trojans in a tough district game. Glasgow came out and kind of punched us in the mouth at the beginning of that game, but we battled and cut the game like you like to do, is chip into it and then got the big district. So, again, a quick turnaround for us. We'll see how that plays out, but a great win last night by the Trojans. What we've got to have here, Jay, is a little bit of pressure. If Lucy Patterson gets rid of the ball, ball handling-wise, they're not as strong. So we want to try to put a little pressure on her, maybe let her give it up, and then try to trap the other girl.
Patterson and Forrester have combined for 17 of Warren East's 22 second-half points.
Wow.
And Warren East basketball as Harrell tries to get the ball in play and gets it into Patterson.
Grab her right there.
And lobs it back off to Forrester. Forrester now looking, almost threw it away. Left side is Lawson. Lawson dribbling down to the corner. They go into Forrester and a traveling violation.
And I tell you what made that was Emma Hughes just committed to trying to bust her tail to get around in front of Caroline. Great job by Emma.
Katie Murphy. Bounce pass left to Varney. Wants to go baseline. Pump fake. Puts it up. It's nope. We'll call another traveling violation on Varney.
Good ball fake to get by. Just finish it.
Yeah. So the ball will come into play to Lawson. Gives it now to Harrell. Lobs it over to Patterson. Cross court back to Lawson on the right side of the floor. Lawson feeds it to Patterson. Couldn't get to it. Hughes picks it up, gives to Murphy. Trojanettes see if we can get a bucket here this trip. Left side goes to Varney. Throws it across over to London. They give it to Hughes. Back out to London and now to Murphy. Murphy looking for Ennis, can't get it to her. They lob it to Ennis. Goes under, puts it up, got it.
Man, nice pass and nice catch by Raven.
23 for Ennis, and it's a 2-point ball game with 4 minutes to play. Here's Lawson with it. Bounce pass coming over to Harrell. Harrell back to Lawson. Now Lawson back over to Harrell on the right side. Wants to drive. Cut off there by Ennis. Hands it right behind her to Lawson. Lawson in the right corner. Back to Harrell. Swings it left side over to Bratcher. Bratcher feeds in the high post there to Patterson. Fakes, drives, goes to the bucket, puts it up. No, rebound Ennis. And Ennis pushing it down the floor. Driving, cut off, turning, back out to Murphy. Fakes the 3, now gives it back to Ennis at the free throw line. Back to Hughes, and now here's Varney. Throws it back behind her to Hughes. Over it goes to London. Wide open 3, set up for the 3. It's in there.
Yes, sir, Jay. Great ball movement right there. Addison ready to catch and shoot.
Trojanettes back on top, 44-43 after that 3-point shot. People's Bank 3 from London. And here's Bratcher with the basketball. Bratcher down the right side of the floor. And she walked, but no call. And it's stolen away. Trojanettes with Varney taking it down the left side of the floor. Holds up now and looks and gives it out to Hughes. London wanted the ball right then. She was ready for it. Here's Murphy trying to go up with a shot. As she cut her way down the lane, she'll head to the free throw line for 2. And the foul will be on Warren East, number 25, Caroline Forrester. That's her third personal.
Defense has sped them up a little bit, Jay, and caused them to make some poor choices down on the offensive end. We got some turnovers.
Katie Murphy knocked down a three-point shot in the first quarter. Her free throw's good. And Warren East wants a timeout.
It's gonna help us a little bit because we had been busting at the last few trips. We need a break, and it's a full
timeout. 2:50 left to go in the ball game. Barren County has come back to lead Warren East 45-43. I think the largest lead was 8.
I think so. When they went on that run there, I think they pushed it out all the way to 8. And we've done a better job. Like I said, you can tell, Jay, that they look to Caroline and Lucy to do a lot of their scoring. So as this game gets closer, a lot of those other young ladies are not typically in that position. So again, once the shot goes up, find Caroline and Lucy and make them come over her back.
Patterson and Forrester, along with Harrell, all have 3 fouls apiece for Warren East. For Barren County, Abby Varney and Katie Elmore with 3. But Addison London, who hit 3 threes last night against Glasgow, has hit 2 here in the fourth quarter and had 1 in the first quarter.
The key for her on that last one, as you saw, is get spotted up.
Yep.
And we did a great job of making 4 and 5 passes there, and she was wide open. And when Addison get her squared, get her feet squared to the line and get her shoulders squared to the rim, she's a good shooter.
Yep. Katie Murphy will go back to the charity stripe for one more shot. 2:50 left in the game. It's 45-43, Barren County. And here's her shot. It's on the way. Good. 46-43 Trojanettes. 2:50 to play. Harrell trying to get the ball in play. Does to Patterson. She's in a trap. Almost stolen away there by Varney. Picked back up by Harrell. Harrell having some trouble in the backcourt. Going to have to hurry to get it across. And that's going to be close to a 10-second count. Ball goes across the 10-second count.
Great job by the Trojanettes. And what happened, Jay, as soon as Lucy gave it up, she never got it back.
Yep.
Great job right there by the Trojanettes.
See if we can't push the lead out a little more here. 2:38 to go. Katie Murphy sends it out to London. Spots up. 3 ball, no good.
A little deeper than she wanted to be.
Rebound to Forrester. Long pass down the floor. Comes to Lawson. Now Lawson feeds to Patterson. Back to the baseline. Bratcher throws it up. No. And the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch by Ennis.
That's what we want. Somebody other than Patterson or Forrester taking a shot. We just got to go get it.
And Bratcher left side of the bucket to toss it in for the Lady Raiders. Feeds it there to Forrester. She lost the handle, trying to get it back on the end line. It's going to go out of bounds.
There we go.
Yep, as Varney slapped at the ball, went off Bratcher and out of bounds.
Abby Varney all over that play.
Barren County up by 3 with 2:16 to play. Murphy with a basketball. Works it to the left side, gives to Hughes. Hughes out top to Varney. Now Varney looking, one dribble. Needs someone. Here's a lob over the left side to Hughes. And back out it comes to Murphy. Murphy against Bratcher. Goes right side with it to Varney. Varney wants to drive. Goes up with a 10-footer. Rims. Good.
A good strong move right there. Confidence for Abby.
48-45. 2-possession ball game here with 1:47 to play. And it's Harrell in the backcourt. Pass deflected up in the air by Murphy. Caught by Ennis. Oh, she threw it away. He went right underneath the basket there, and it's out of bounds. Murphy tried to save it. Well, wow.
She threw it so hard it hit the bottom of the backboard and came straight down. Katie almost saved it there. But again, trying to keep the ball away from Patterson when we can, and they're having a little trouble with it.
All right, Lawson will toss it in for Warren East. They get it in play there to Bratcher. Bratcher being shown up court. It goes. Going to be a wide open shot put up and no good. Rebound underneath, and it's a loose ball. It rolls out of bounds, and Warren East will get it.
Not for sure how they missed that layup.
Alexander blew that one at point-blank range.
Wide open.
So Bratcher will toss it in for East. Right baseline. And it's picked off. Ennis has got it for the Trojanettes. Lost the handle. Diving for it. Whistle. And going to get a foul on Patterson, and that's going to be her 4th.
Threw it right to Raven on the inbounds. They did. And then
that's the 16th foul on Warren East. 1:22 left. Barren up by 5. Hughes with it out front. Guarded by Forrester. Varney with it on the right side. Varney on the dribble, looking for somebody. Goes to Murphy on the right. Leads it down right to Hughes. She puts it up. It is good.
Great cut by Emma Hughes. Great pass by Katie Murphy.
50-43. Here comes Patterson. Front court, cutting back. Slapped away, but caught in the corner by Lawson. Back to Patterson. She's going to drive, throws it up, and banked it in. 50-45. 48 seconds still to play. Here's Hughes with the basketball. Slows it down, waiting for everybody to get back. As they give it to Murphy with 40 seconds. Bounce pass over to Hughes. Hughes is going to be fouled by Alexander.
We don't have to score another point, Jay.
Team 7th with 37.3 left. One of the bonus for Emma Hughes. She's one of 2 from the stripe tonight. Scored 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And Hughes' free throw is good.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Makes it a 2-possession game to tie it.
51-45. Bonus shot for Hughes on the way. It's going to come off. Rebound to Forrester. 2-possession game, 35 seconds. Patterson quickly pulls up, shoots a 3, and knocks it down. Long 2, they say. Long 2. 51-47. Murphy into the front court. And a bounce pass down to the end line. Loose ball picked up. Patterson's got it. 18 seconds to play. Patterson driving against Murphy. Spins, throws it away, and it has to be chased down. And Hughes has got it for the Trojanettes. All the way to the basket. Lays it in.
Great hustle by Emma Hughes to seal the game.
53-47, desperation shot out of bounds. The Trojanettes have won it, 53-47 over Warren East. Trojanettes trailed by 9 at the end of the third quarter.
Kind of a flurry there in the last 3 minutes, Jay, but great job by the Trojanettes.
Trojanettes scored 20 points in the fourth quarter to Warren East 10. And Coach Piper Lindsay for Coach's comments brought to you by McDonald's. Coach, congratulations.
Man.
A wild flurry there late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, third quarter we missed so many shots, Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, and when we're getting really good shots. I don't know if we're just rushing it or what, but golly, we just missed a lot of shots. But our defense picked it up in the fourth quarter, and we did hit some shots finally. Just proud of them for just staying in the fight, continuing to battle, and we played hard. We played so hard. I felt like for the all 4 quarters.
And you had players that stepped up defensively there in the fourth quarter. Emma Hughes came in there late, and she scored 8 points there in the fourth quarter.
Again, I think it's just kind of contagious, and her defense leads over into that. And I think that when you play hard defensively, things work out for you offensively, it seems like. If you can do all that together. And, we had a tough time rebounding. I mean, Forrester, she's tough. We're 5'7", you know, and but that's still no excuse. We still got to make sure we keep battling, and we did, and keep fighting, and just proud of the girls, proud of that team effort.
Raven Ennis finished with 23. She had 17 in the first half.
Wow, yeah.
Big first and free throws, 9 of 9 from the line.
Wow, that's awesome, and that's one thing we've been working on, because I know we went through a little spurt where we weren't hitting free throws, so that's definitely a positive for us.
Yeah, you were down 8 points at one time. It was 37-29 when they made that comeback after halftime. But just like you said, 4 points in that third quarter, just could not get any shots to go down.
Yeah, and then like I said, I thought we adjusted our press a little bit, and we were able to turn them over a little bit. And they're physical. We got to make sure we're strong with the basketball, and like I said, finish shots through the contact. And I'm so happy for the girls. Proud of them.
Now what do? You're off next week. Apollo game canceled because of their COVID issues up there, and you're going to try to reschedule a game maybe for next Saturday.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. We tried to reach out to Campbellsville next Saturday, but they didn't want to play. We're hoping that we can go maybe to the Sports Center and play a game up there. But we're just going to kind of see what we can do. I know the weather weather's coming in, or there's supposed to be some. So, but maybe some rest a little bit. But then, yeah, definitely try to get a game next Friday or Saturday.
Because more than likely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be pretty much out for next week weather-wise.
Yeah, but definitely we need to try to get a game towards. Otherwise, I think it's Franklin Simpson next, which is the next Tuesday. So yeah, we definitely need to try to find a game if we can.
It'd be over but like a 10-day layoff. You don't want that.
No.
That's for sure.
Right.
Coach, congratulations to you.
All right, Jay. Thank you.
All right. Coach Piper Lindsay, the Trojanettes winning 53-47, trailed by 8 at one time late in the second half, came back, rallied back, and finished up getting their 11th win of the season. 11-5 now for the Trojanettes. Warren East falls to 5-7 on the year. We'll come back with our CPC Commodities post-game report. CPC Commodities, proven on our farm and made for yours. Coach's comments tonight brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal tonight at your Glasgow McDonald's. Again, the Trojanettes 53, Warren East 47. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
At Don Franklin, we're more than a group of car dealerships.
Sometimes cattle need additional mineral supplementation in their daily ration. Mineral deficiencies can cause a variety of
Every banker wants your business when times are good, but how do they treat you when times aren't so good? I'm Austin Burge. As a small community bank that specializes in small business and agricultural lending, I want to invest in the business people and farmers. Also, we know that neither agriculture nor entrepreneurship always play out like that. I want to be a community banker because I'm committed to help you through hard times and not so good times. Come see me at
You're listening to the Barren County Basketball Postgame Show, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now, back to
CPC Commodities post-game report as the Trojanettes win tonight 53-47 over Warren East. Barren County led 13-11 at the end of the first quarter, 29-21 at halftime. Trailed by 4 at 37-33 after 3. Got outscored 16-4 in the third quarter, but came back in the fourth quarter and outscored Warren East 20-10. Warren East had 18 field goals tonight, 2 3-pointers. They were 9 of 10 from the charity stripe. Lucy Patterson had 25 of Warren East's 47 points. She had 12 in the first half, 13 in the second half, hit 9 of 9 free throws. 10 points for Caroline Forrester. She scored 8 of her 10 in the second half. 3-pointer for Natalie Harrell. Reagan Lawson scored 5, 2 for Amaya Carter, and 2 for Riley Bratcher. For the Trojanettes, 17 field goals. 5 of those were 3-pointers. And the Trojanettes were 15 of 17 from the charity stripe. They were led in scoring by Raven Ennis, who had 23 tonight. She scored 17 of those in the first half. Ended up with 7 baskets and 9 of 9 from the charity stripe. 5 points for Katie Murphy, a 3-point bucket, and 2 for 2 from the foul line. Emma Hughes had 8 points tonight. 3 baskets, 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. She scored all 8 of her points in the fourth quarter. Addison London with 3 threes tonight for 9 points. She hit 2 of those threes in the fourth quarter. A couple of baskets for Abby Varney for 4 points, and Katie Elmore had 5 points, those coming in the second period on a 3-pointer and 2 for 2 from the line. Time to select the Monticello Bank Trojanet MVP of the game tonight, and that will go to the senior Emma Hughes, who scored all 8 of her points and came up with some big defensive plays down the stretch. 3 baskets, 2 for 3 from the line tonight. 8 points for Emma Hughes. She's our Monticello Bank Trojanet MVP of the game. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We'll get set for the Trojans and the Raiders coming up in Game 2 of our doubleheader next, right here. And this is Barren County basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Consider South Central Bank, a bank that believes in lifelong relationships. Offers free checking, safe and secure online and mobile banking, friendly local lenders who know you by name and are ready to invest in your success. Including lobbying Friday night hours, including Saturdays to better serve you. South Central Bank has been serving communities across Kentucky for 50 years. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Occupation, hobbies, or lifetime photo memories. CDC guidelines to help keep your family safe. East Washington Street, 651.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to courtside with
And welcome back to Barren County High School for the second game of the evening between the Barren County Trojans and the Warren East Raiders. This is the Don Franklin Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report. We're about 11 and a half minutes away. Trojans come in 12-4. Warren East 1-3 on the season. The Trojans getting a 2-point victory last night here against the Glasgow Scotties. Barren County was down by as many as 13 early in the second half. Mason Griggs finishing the night with 22 points. Aiden Miller came off the bench and scored 15. Gavin Withrow had 11 points in that game. Warren East last night losing to Greenwood by a score of 80-46. Their first game was this past Tuesday night, in the first game in 24 days, and they knocked off Franklin Simpson 63-56. Isaiah Andrews had 20 points in that win over Franklin Simpson for Coach Brandon Combs. They've had 9 games canceled this year due to COVID. Their only other games this year, they lost to Bowling Green on January the 12th, 76-36, and to Glasgow 77-60. So the win on Tuesday night against Franklin Simpson 63-56. Warren East ranked 16th in the Lexington Herald Leader 4th Region poll this week, a team that averages 51.2 points a game. They give up 72.3 to their opposition. They average about 3.5 threes a game, shooting at 36.2% overall from the field and 21.2% on those threes. They've only hit 14 out of 66 from behind the arc this year, shooting 65% from the foul line and averaging 32 rebounds a game. Warren East, a team that has not been to the regional tournament since 1997 due to the tough competition in the 14th District. Bowling Green and Warren Central pretty much dominating the 14th District for several years now. Greenwood slipping in there for a couple of years and making it to the regional tournament. The Trojans, of course, in the Lexington Herald Leader this week, ranked number 4 in the 4th region. The Bowling Green Daily News Prep Poll number 2, and the Sporting Times number 3 this week. but the Trojans have had 9 of their 12 wins by a total of 9 points or less. Barren County shoots 58, or actually averages 58 points a game. They give up 54.5, shooting 42% from the field, averaging 5 threes a game, shooting 70% from the foul line, and averaging 26 rebounds a game. The 4 losses this year for the Trojans have been to Bowling Green, 65-40, Harlan County, 63-51, lost to Allen County Scottsville, 52-46, and South Warren, 40-36. They've won 9 of their last 10 ball games. The game with Clinton County on Thursday night, of course, was canceled. That has now been rescheduled for March the 4th. And next week was supposed to have been a busy week for the Trojans, Chad Withrow. Metcalfe County on Monday on the road. 4 road trips, actually. Campbellsville Tuesday, Hopkinsville Friday, Owensboro Sports Center on Saturday against Apollo. And the way they're talking about the weather, the winter storm watch is already in effect for most of this area. I would say the first half of the week especially, there may not be any games at all.
Yeah, you think they might let us do like colleges do, go the night before and just stay there in Edmonton and be there to play?
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. Yeah, you're right. You hate to see it, especially the way everything is uncertain with cancellations and everything else. You hate to see lose maybe 4 games in a week, but that's one thing we don't have any control over. So hopefully they'll miss it, and we'll get to play at least 2 of them maybe next week or something.
Brandon Combs, his 7th season at Warren East as the head coach. 72 wins, 101 losses. You go back last year, there were 6-21. Barren County won the ball game last year, 72-40. He's had 1 winning season at Warren East. They went 16-13 back in 2018. It is so tough to get out of that 14th district. Have not been to the regional tournament since 1997. Bowling Green and Warren Central have dominated for the past 22 years.
Yeah, when you've got teams like that to just beat the first night to get to the regional tournament, it's very difficult. And looking at them warming up, they got some big, tall kids, and of course they've only played 4 or 5 games.
This is their 5th game of the season.
5th game, so it's hard to get in any kind of rhythm. What we look like our first 4 or 5 games, we didn't look very good at all. So it takes a while to get into that rhythm, and hopefully they won't find that rhythm tonight.
Looking at Coca-Cola scoreboard, we've got some scores already in tonight from one girls game. It was Russell County defeating Logan County 51-27. In boys action tonight, Louisville Manual got by Greenwood 61-60, and Elizabethtown all over Bowling Green 64-36.
Wow, I knew they were ahead, but I didn't realize it was like that. But one thing E-Town has is quickness and 3 or 4 really good guards, and when you got that, that kind of negates what Bowling Green's good at, is really putting pressure on you, and apparently it didn't bother them one bit. But them only scoring 37 points is kind of a surprise.
Right. Some other games around the area tonight brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. Franklin Simpson girls at Edmonson County, doubleheader at Metcalfe County tonight between Wayne County and Metcalfe County. Owensboro girls at Warren Central. Also tonight, Highlands Latin School, boys school in Louisville at Caverna tonight. Clinton County boys at Russell County. Logan County boys at South Warren, and Dawson Springs boys at Todd Central. The freshmen won both the girls and boys district tournaments today. The Trojans freshmen won over Monroe County 46-16 in the boys side. On the girls side, Trojanettes 39, Monroe County 11. So championships on both sides.
That's good for the young kids to get to play in something like that and come out winning. So that's good.
Right. More of our pregame coverage coming up in just a moment. We're about 5.5 minutes away from the Trojans and the Raiders. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow at 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Community banks channel their funds and neighborhoods where their depositors do the work, which helps local businesses and the community. This Terry Bedell, Chairman, President, CEO of Community Bank. At our community bank, we thrive on good relationships. Purchasing a house and starting a business, our focus is on our community. As your community bank, we succeed when our community succeeds. And equal bank, you, FDIC,
Season starts with
SCRTC three-point shot today with phone, TV, and internet.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball Countdown to Tip-Off, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to
And let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. For the Warren East Raiders, under seventh-year head coach Brandon Combs, they'll start Isaiah Andrews, a 6'3 sophomore, averaging 13.5 points and 8 rebounds. Lincoln Lockhart's a 6'1 junior, averages 5. Trey Price, a 6-foot freshman, averages 7 points a game. Devon Williams, a 6'4 junior, 7.5 points and 4.5 rebounds. And Sam Wheeler, a 5'9 senior, averaging 3.5 points and 4.5 rebounds. The Barren County Trojans, under 13th-year head coach Warren Cunningham, assistant coaching staff Lee Johnson, Matt Gardner, Jared Browning, and Austin Burge. Gavin Withrow, 5'9", 150 a senior, averaging 9.5 points a game. Tay Pointer, 6', 160 junior, averages 12. Ryan Shirley, 6'2", 190 junior, averages 7 points a game. Mason Griggs, 6'1", 155 at a junior, averages 13. Corbin Murphy, 6'3", 235 at a senior, averaging 2 points a game for the Trojans. Zaxby's keys to the game tonight, Chad.
Keys to the games: come out with energy, play like you did the second half last night, and take care of the basketball, and you should be okay.
The officials for tonight's game, the same three we had in the girls' game: John McMillan, Rob Hacker, and Jeremy Harris. The game official sponsors Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene. We'll get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening half coming up. First quarter of action brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities they serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Back with the opening half, the Trojans and the Raiders of Warren East. When we come back to Barren County High after this break, this is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
I'm Jamie Harris, your Southern Kentucky Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. Partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today at 270-651-9993. Edward Jones, Press Office.
The wake up early, doing studying, taking the dog out, then stop by McDonald's for breakfast and lunch to get home for that 10 a.m. midday meal. There's a meal for everyone at McDonald's.
There are delicious hash browns with a sweet and savory taste of a sizzling sausage McGriddles or a crispy chicken McGriddles for only $2. You're listening to Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to courtside with Jay Turner.
And we welcome you back to Barren County High School. And you're listening to our broadcast tonight here on Nash 103.7, WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow, and online at 104thescore.com, and also on BCHS live stream tonight. Not sure what next week holds weather-wise. Winter storm watch already in effect for the area, and it's supposed to be 4 road games next week in Metcalf, Campbellsville, Hopkinsville, Owensboro Sports Center.
Yeah.
And, of course, Coach Piper Lindsay said she was going to try to see if she could get a game for next Saturday, because it's probably not going to happen anytime between after tonight and next Friday anyway.
We don't. I think we have 10 days off as far as the girls go, and that's a long time to take off right now. But hopefully we can play and find somebody to play the girls next week.
As we're a little over halfway through the season now, with games, you try to get as many as you can. You're still allowed 30 games in a season, but not a whole lot of open dates left.
No, I don't know. If we'll squeeze in, a couple, maybe make it another 3 or 4 game week if we don't play next week. Hopefully, maybe going to Owensboro on a Saturday, maybe the Parkway and Interstates will be clear. We can at least get up there maybe and play. I know they're probably wanting to play. They haven't played in 2 weeks, so I'm sure they'll do everything possible to play that one. And
I think the temperatures are supposed to warm up into the 40s next Saturday. So, and beyond that, I think we're even getting into the 50s. So
that sounds good.
Looking forward to that.
It's cold today. I was out today, and it was spitting a little bit of snow this afternoon. But, we've been fortunate so far weather-wise this winter, and it seemed like last year January was pretty mild, and February was worse, and looks like it's repeating itself again this year. But
you can only control what you can control, and the kids need to come out here tonight and get this one, and maybe, it may give them good to have 3 or 4 days off. A couple years ago that happened. We were going through a slump, and we got snowed out 2 or 3 straight games and went on a big run.
That's right.
But they're playing well, so I'm sure they don't want to take off, but we'll see.
Warren East in blue tonight, white numbers and letters, and a little yellow outline. The Trojans in their home white with Barren County on their jerseys. Barren County in burgundy outlined in gold. Of course, it was Tuesday night that Warren East had their first game in 24 days.
That's hard to believe.
And only their 4th game of the season. So let's see what happens here tonight as Sam Wheeler gets the screen, spin move, and loses a handle. Coming up with it is Mason Griggs. He's going to head to the basket. Got fouled. A whistle. They're going to call it on the floor, and Barren County will have the ball underneath. The foul is on Wheeler of Warren East, his first and the team's first.
Mason's taking off tonight right where he left off last night. He played really well.
22 points last night against the Scotties. Here's Tay Pointer with it on the left side, out to Shirley, swings it in the left corner now to Griggs. Griggs headed in there, gets cut off though. Pointer back out to Withrow to set up.
2-3 zone.
And here's Withrow on the right side, down the right corner to Pointer. Pointer now picks up his dribble, gives it back out to Withrow, top of the key. Wants to drive with it, can't, gives it back to Pointer on the right wing. Pointer now sends it over to Withrow. Left side it goes to Griggs. Griggs giving it back to Withrow. Right side Pointer, can't shoot the 3. And he'll throw it a looping pass cross court over to Griggs. Now back over the right side. Pointer will fire the 3. It is no good. Crashing the board for Warren East is Isaiah Andrews. On the left side of the floor, it's Price. Giving it out to Wheeler. Now Wheeler long range left against Mason Griggs. Bounces down low. Almost batted away, but there's... Tried to go into Andrews cutting down the lane. Warren East still keeps it alive, though, as they work it in for the shot. It comes up short, and loose ball, and Withrow had it for a moment, and then lost out of bounds as last touch by Price. No score. We played a little over a minute of this first quarter. Here's Withrow right side over to Griggs. Out front to Pointer. Over the left side, Withrow. Backdoor pass coming to Griggs. Had to jump up high, puts it up and in.
Just jumped over the defender. Yeah. Was patient and put it right back in.
Give Gavin Withrow the Edward Jones-Jamie Harris assist. Here's Wheeler left of the lane. Turns and looks. He'll give it to Andrews. Andrews against Shirley. Had it. Going to have a reach-in foul. And on Ryan Shirley, his first, team's first. Warren East will have the basketball. Sam Wheeler will toss it in. Only a couple of seniors on the Warren East basketball team this year.
Their roster's young, isn't it?
Yeah. And here's Wheeler wanting to shoot. Can't. Has to throw it back out to Price. Price gets the screen from Andrews. Working to the right side. Gives to Andrews. Left of the circle. Wants to drive. Throws it up off balance. Got it.
Tough shot.
2-2. Played 2 minutes of the opening quarter now. And here's Ryan Shirley over to Griggs for 3. No. Rebound to Andrews for Warren East. Andrews working, driving right of the lane. Got up in the midair and lost it. Actually, it was an air ball. Here's Withrow. Hooks it back over to Pointer. Goes under with one dribble up in the left hand. It's good.
Good move. Patient tonight. That was a too patient move. He grabbed him.
Yep. Foul in the backcourt on Griggs, and that will be his first. Second team foul of the Trojans here in the first half. Price will toss it in, comes in to Wheeler. 5.5 to go here in the first. Barren with a 4-2 lead over Warren East. Wheeler against Griggs. Angles off to the right side. Still on the dribble on the wing. Wants to get the screen there set by Andrews. Swatted away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Raiders.
Kind of looked like it bounced off his knee, but I guess he's closer than I was to it.
So Wheeler will toss it in right to the bucket. Trying to get it in there, and it's going to be off the hand of Griggs as Griggs and Corbin Murphy had Andrews doubled up. As the ball comes out to Lockhart. Lockhart will get rid of it to Wheeler. Wheeler on the dribble out against Griggs. There's a long bounce pass right to Price. Baseline jump shot is good. Price only a freshman. Averages 7 points a game for Warren East. We're tied at 4. 3 minutes gone to the first quarter. Pointer out to Withrow. Left side to Griggs. Fakes. Trying to drive in. He's cut off. Throws it back behind him over to Withrow. Back to Pointer on the wing. He's open for a moment. Cross-court pass comes to Griggs. Griggs out of the left side. Back over the right side. Pointer. He'll fire it up for 3. And it's in there.
Sometimes you get a layup like he did and score that one. It gets you going.
Yep. Here's Wheeler. May have walked with it, but here's a three-point shot for Lockhart, and he knocks it down. Lockhart only averages 5 points a game. We're tied at 7. Withrow on the left side. Now Pointer out of the left corner for 3. It's no good. Rebound comes in the hands of Griggs, trying to spin back. He'll kick it out to Withrow. Withrow now back over to Griggs to the right wing. Back to Withrow, top of the circle. Back to Griggs, trying to slice his way in there. Kicks it back out to Withrow for the 3. Got it!
Good inside-out basketball there. He drove and drew the defense and got a wide-open 3 for Gavin.
Peoples Bank three-point shot for Gavin Withrow gives the Trojans a 10-7 lead. 3:55 to play first quarter. Wheeler with a basketball for Warren East. Bounces it off to Andrews. He'll fire for 3, and it's in and out. Rebound to Withrow for the Trojans. Withrow left side to Pointer going baseline. He's cut off. Back out to Withrow. He'll send it over to Griggs. Right side Murphy. In there to Shirley. Spin move up off the glass and in.
His first basket in 2 games. We need to get him going again.
Barren County now with a 12-7 lead. Wheeler with a basketball for East on the left side of the floor. Hands it off there to Price. Price working, now looking, and hands it off to Andrews. Andrews fires up an 18-footer, knocks the bottom out of it.
Well, he's a good-looking player.
Only a sophomore at 6'3".
Yes, he shoots it well.
12-9. Pointer with it on the left side, halfway to the corner. Throws it cross-court. Withrow, another 3. Bingo! 2 in a row for Gavin Withrow from behind the arc. 15-9 Trojans. 2:50 to play here in the opening quarter. Wheeler with a basketball for the Raiders. Angles off to the right. Now gets a screen from Andrews. Shirley had to slide off on Wheeler. Gives it out to Price now. Price against Withrow, driving, goes inside, had it swatted away. And we got the numbers 4-on-1. Withrow to the rack, lays it up and in.
Good defense led, a good pass by Mason there for the layup.
Mason Griggs getting the Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. Let Jamie Harris of Edward Jones assist you today with your financial planning. Trojans with their largest lead, 17-9, with 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Join James Brown and John Butler every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock for the Brown Sports Bag on 104.7 The Score or 104thescore.com. Hour-long sports show devoted to high school and college sports. And also check out James Brown's photos, stories, and more from Trojan and Trojanet basketball. Log on to 104thescore.com or the 104 The Score Facebook page.
We're doing we're more engaged tonight. We're helping on the drives, and last night we just let them drive to the basket, but tonight has been more of a team effort as far as defense goes. Mm-hmm. And the baskets they've hit have been contested. They've just hit some tough shots, but sometimes that's going to happen.
Yeah. Coach Brandon Combs has brought in Simon Gee, a 6'4" sophomore, averages about 5 points a game. A little bigger lineup for the Raiders as Wheeler takes it down to the left corner against Griggs. He's picked up his dribble, gives it out to Andrews. Back in the corner to Wheeler. Got Gee posted up inside there. Whistle, traveling violation. Barren County's basketball's Eli Brooks will check into the Trojan lineup. 6'6", 165 sophomore. Also Aiden Miller, 6'4", 205 sophomore. He had a big night last night. Miller with 15 points.
He saved them last night, just to be honest about it.
Yeah. Long pass comes to the right side to Brooks. Out to Withrow. Left side Pointer. He wants to drive. Throws it back in the right corner to Brooks. On a bounce pass. Withrow back over to Brooks. Thought about the 3. Now pulls up with a jumper. Good on the baseline. He hit it 15 feet away.
Good patience again. One dribble and just goes straight up and shoots it.
19-9. Trojans lead it with 1:45 left of the first quarter. Wheeler with a basketball for Warren East. Andrews had set a screen for him. He's going to drive. Now looking, he's cut off by Brooks. I don't know if that was a double dribble or not.
I think they said he knocked it out of his hands.
Yeah, here's Gee trying to muscle his way against Miller. Throws it up, no good. Rebound to Withrow. Withrow stops and fires it off to Brooks to the right wing. Back to Withrow, top of the key. Back to Brooks in the corner. Pointer fires it up for three. It is in and out. Rebound comes off to Wheeler. One-hand pass to the right side. Lockhart pulls the trigger. Good for three. That's his second one of the quarter.
Got to find him. He's 2 for 2.
19-12. Pointer spinning. Throwing it out to Withrow. Left wing three. No good. Rebound as Miller tried to go for the rebound.
I thought he had the offensive rebound there.
Here's a pass. Oh, they thread the needle on that. Andrews missed the layup. Gee tried to get the rebound but couldn't get to it. It goes out of bounds. Lane Stevens checks into the Trojan lineup. 6', 155 junior for Tay Pointer. And in for Warren East is Caleb Matlock, a 6'2 junior. 47 seconds to go here in the quarter. 19-12, Barren County. Brooks left wing. Now baseline is Miller. He'll jump it back out to Withrow. Back over to Brooks. Down low in there. Miller, spin move. He went up and got fouled.
I think they're going to call it.
It's on Gee. That is his first. Second team foul of the Raiders here in the first half. Aiden Miller. 4 of 5 with the charity stripe last night. And his free throws in there. Makes it 20-12, Barren County. Miller for the second toss, and it's on the way, and it comes off. Rebound to Andrews. Warren East coming back the other way. Sam Wheeler. They come chasing in a trap now. They get rid of it to Andrews. Andrews trying to weave his way through. Gives it over the left side. Here's Price trying to go baseline. Foul on Lane Stevens. Tried to cut him off on the baseline. His first, team's third.
That's on number 12, Lane Stevens. That's his first, team third.
But Wheeler will toss it in. They lob it into Gee. He walked. Works inside, goes up against Miller and puts it in.
Strong move there.
20-14. I don't know if Gee might be a football player for Warren East. He looks
big,
like
strong
he could
kid,
be.
isn't he?
As Griggs has the basketball. Bounce pass left, Withrow. Back to Griggs. Over goes to Stevens. Skip pass left side, Withrow for a three. No good at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. Barren County leads it by 6 over Warren East, 20-14 after one period of play. Back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Hadn't been to Colton Steakhouse. Basketball presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to courtside with Jay.
Quarter number 2 of the Trojans leading Warren East 20-14. Miller's got it. Bad pass. Going to be taken. Going to have a wide open layup by Price. It's good. 20-16. Now they come chasing. Here's Withrow. Lobs it up to Lane Stevens in the middle to Griggs. Griggs now bounces back out to Withrow. Back to Griggs. Right side it goes to Stevens. Stevens now one dribble. Back to Withrow. Swings it left side over to Brooks. Brooks back out to Withrow. In the middle here is Griggs. In a lot of traffic. Flips up the shot. It won't go, but he's fouled. He had 4 Raiders around him there. Foul will be on Price, his first, and that'll be Warren East's third team foul of the half. Mason Griggs at the line, 77.5% on the season so far, and he knocks that one in. Ryan Shirley checking back to the Trojan lineup to give Gavin Withrow a break. 8 points for Gavin in that first quarter, 2 threes and a 2. Second shot good for Griggs. It's his 4th point. 22-16. Quickly into the front court. Warren East with a basketball. They got Caden Merle in the ball game. He's a 5'9 sophomore. As he puts down the dribble, sends it off to Price. Price now on the dribble, hands it back to Merle. Merle now has picked up his dribble, hands it off to Andrews. Andrews wants to drive with against Shirley, goes up with a shot. It is no good, but a foul. I'm not sure about that one, but going to put it on Ryan Shirley.
Not sure what he's supposed to do.
It's his second. Number 4 on the Trojans in the first half. Andrews for the free throw. It's up and it comes off. Corbin Murphy will come back in for Ryan Shirley. He'll have to sit down. We've only played just about a minute of the second quarter.
This ought to be a good matchup. 41 versus Murphy, two strong kids.
Yeah. Free throw is good for Andrews. That's his 5th point. It's 22-17. Trojans lead it by 5. Warren East with some pressure in the backcourt. They go into that 2-2-1 zone court press. Stevens going to have to get it across the line. Bounces off to Griggs. He stops and looks and gives it over now to Stevens. Stevens down the left corner to Brooks. Now Brooks back to Stevens. He'll give it to Griggs, top of the circle on the right side. Over the left side now goes to Stevens. Stevens, long bounce pass right, comes to Griggs, trying to split the defenders, kicks it off the left corner. Brooks is wide open, 3-pointer in the air. No, it's an air ball.
Good look, just a little strong.
Yep. Price driving underneath, throws it up over the rim, and the ball slapped out of bounds. They're going to give it back to the Raiders.
I'm not sure how they could tell who that was off. It looks like 8 of the 10 players are in there jumping for it.
Yep.
They may. I'm not saying they didn't get it right, but I don't know. I couldn't tell.
A lot of hands in there.
There was.
Yeah. Gavin Withrow and Tay Pointer back in the Trojan lineup. They get it into Andrews against Brooks. Now has to feed it down low in there. How about 3 seconds in the lane? Here's a shot going up and banked in. Matlock getting his first 2 points, and it's 22-19. Brooks gives to Withrow, left side to Pointer. Pointer on the dribble, gives it back to Withrow. Now he'll send it over to Brooks on the right side. Hooks it back to Withrow, hooks it now to the left side to Pointer. Pointer back to Withrow, right side Brooks. He'll fire another 3-point shot. It bounces off the rim, and Murphy with a rebound, but they're going to call a foul. They say he pushed off. Didn't see that either, but that'll be his first and Barren County's 5th of the half. Mason Griggs went out just for a moment to get a breather. He'll come in for Eli Brooks.
We were up 20-12, and now that scored a 7-2, so a little lull here.
As Merrill has a basketball for Warren East. He'll send it over the left side to Price. Down the left corner to Williams, who's in the ball game. It's Devon Williams. He'll fall away with a jumper. No good. Tapped up, no good. By Matlock. Rebound to Griggs. Griggs sends it down the left side. Here's Miller. Pump fake. Puts it up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled.
Good fake. 2 of them went flying.
And a foul will be on Williams, his first. That'll be number 4 on Warren East in the first half. So Aiden Miller back at the line where he's 1 of 2. First shot on the way. It is good. Lockhart coming back into the Warren East lineup, replacing Price. Miller's second free throw toss is on the way, and it's good. 3 of 4 to strike for Aiden Miller. It's 24-19. Barren County back up by 5. 5:19 to go here in the first half. As Merrill wants to drive with it, goes baseline, flips it up with the left hand, shot it over the rim. Murphy, outlet pass, Withrow, bounce pass, Miller underneath, gives to Pointer, a little pump fake, trying to go up with a shot, and it's going to go in.
Good.
Tay Pointer with his 7th point, back up to 7 at 26-19. Merrill with a basketball for Warren East. Bounces off the right side to Williams, gets a screen from Andrews, out top is Matlock. Matlock feeds it down inside. Williams puts it up and in.
Good play there. They slipped that screen and caught us kind of asleep.
26-21, Warren East, the 2-2-1 zone court press as Withrow will send it over to Griggs. Griggs bounce pass in the middle there to Murphy. Throws it back to Withrow. Bounce pass right corner. Pointer out of the corner. Fires and hits.
Good ball movement there. Got it to the middle and found the open guy.
9 points for Tay Pointer. Lead is 7, 28-21. 4:10 to play in the first half. Merle with a basketball for the Raiders. Out front with it. Now looking for Andrews. He comes off the screen, driving against Withrow. Missed the shot badly. Rebound to Pointer. Pointer pushing it down the floor. Now stops and feeds it off to Miller. 10-footer left side. Got it.
I tell you what, that's a tough shot there. Good pass. Pushed the ball, and he stopped on a dime and went up and made the 10. That's a tough shot from the corner like that.
Right. So the lead now has jumped to 9 for the Trojans at 30-21 with 3:51 to play here in the first half. Trojanettes winning earlier tonight 53-47 over Warren East for their 14th win in a row against the Lady Raiders.
Really? I didn't realize that. The last two have not been easy.
The last two were not easy at all last year, if you remember, especially that regional tournament.
That was a miracle. Last three really haven't been easy because when we played them down there, it was
62-58.
I was going to say it was down to the wire, and then we were basically dead to rights in the regional tournament and found a way to win that one. And tonight we were down. And the kids, I told them in the locker room, I said, you can bring the energy every night. And that's what won us the game there in that full quarter. We just had more energy. Yeah. And, that makes up for a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, the Trojanettes were down 8 in that ball game at one time. 30-21, Trojans lead it by 9 here. Here's Wheeler wanting to drive to the basket. Kicks it off left corner to Williams. Out for 3. It is no good. Long rebound comes off to Withrow. Now Withrow getting control of it. Gives it out to Griggs. Long bounce pass right to Pointer. Pointer throws up the runner. It's good.
He's feeling it tonight. He had a tough night last night, but for tonight he's come and making shots tonight.
Yeah. 32-21. The lead now in double figures at 11. Here's Wheeler. Left of the lane, in trouble, throws it out to Lockhart. Lockhart now pivoting around. He'll throw up a three-point shot. It is off the mark, and rebound goes right in the hands of Matlock, and he lays it in.
Knocked it away from each other. Two there, knocked it away.
32-23. Ball comes into Griggs. He'll give it to Pointer. And now Pointer in the backcourt looking at a double team. He goes in the middle, stolen away. Matlock's got it, pulls up and shoots a three-point shot, nails it. He has scored 7 points in this quarter. He only averages 5.5 a game. That cuts it down to 6 after a 11-point lead at 32-21. They've come back with 5 straight with 2:45 to go here in the first half. Got a score in. This is from the Metcalfe County, Wayne County game. Didn't get the girls' score. This is boys. Metcalfe County 36, Wayne County 24. I'm not sure if the you'd think the girls would have played first, but maybe the boys are playing first tonight. Wayne County trailing Metcalfe County at halftime 36-24 on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Thanks to Benny Lyle for giving us the updates as he has all season long so far. And
the girls,
Wayne girls won, he says. He'll get me the score. Okay, thanks, Benny. Appreciate it. Wayne County girls got a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, they're always pretty good.
Barren only up 6 now after leading by 11. Here's Griggs in the backcourt, sends it up to Miller. Miller trying to make a move, had it slapped away by Williams in the hands of Matlock. And Warren East has it with a chance to cut into the lead more. We've got a foul call on the Trojans. And it'll be on 42. That's Aiden Miller. His first, number 6 on Barren County in the first half. Corbin Murphy back in the Trojan lineup for Aiden Miller.
Number 33, Murphy.
As Wheeler right side the bucket to toss it in. He lobs it into Williams. Williams against Murphy inside, shovels it in there. A spin move. Lockhart traveled. At Wayne County, Metcalfe County girls score. Wayne County won 68-39. Of course, the Trojanettes were scheduled to play Metcalfe Thursday night and got canceled because of weather. Pointer, long three, no good. And we got a foul on the rebound.
My goodness.
Not sure about that one. They're going to call it on Corbin Murphy, his second, team 7th. Not a whole lot of contact on that.
No.
But anyway, that's going to put Matlock at the line for Warren East. 7 points here in the second quarter for Matlock. 6'2" junior. Free throws on the way. It's good.
We jump out to 10, 12-point lead, and then we 2 or 3 possessions where we don't take care of it, and back to a possible 4-point game.
Yeah, it was 32-21. They're on a 6-0 run. He puts this one up, and it's no good. Withrow with a rebound. Gets rid of it to Griggs.
They've gone man-to-man.
Man-to-man now,
yeah.
Horner wants to drive. Nice move to the basket. Puts it up and in. He faked one way, went the other.
Turned the screen down and went the other way.
Tate Horner with 8 points in this quarter, 13 for the ball game so far. Back up to 7 at 34-27. Wheeler with a basketball, and that ball going to skip off the hand as Matlock tried to pull it in right into the front of the Barren County bench.
Good hands by Coach Cunningham there.
Ball comes into Withrow. Minute 45 left in the half.
Come the backdoor play.
And there it goes to Griggs. He goes up against Williams, and he puts it in. Mason Griggs with his 6th point of the half. Lead is back up to 9 at 36-27.
If I had $1 every time we run that and it works, I might not have to be here helping.
That's true. There you go. 36-27. Oh, they pushed off Griggs there. And here's Wheeler with a jumper, and he knocks it down for the right elbow. That's his first 2 points tonight. 36-29, a minute 10 to go in a half. Griggs racing down, and the corner goes to Brooks. Almost lost his balance there. Shovels it around to Stevens, over to Withrow on the left wing. Back out to Stevens, gives to Brooks. Brooks wants to drive. He'll go to the basket, and he tried to draw the foul. He did. Kind of went up sideways with a shot. And the foul is charged to Williams, his 2nd, of the team's 5th.
I'm not sure that maybe got a break there. He was kind of flying sideways, and we'll take it.
Eli Brooks, 2 shots. First one on the way. Good. He is 14 of 15 from the line on the season.
I was going to say, he's a very good free throw shooter.
Makes it 37-29, Trojans. And here's Brooks putting up the shot, and it rims good. 38-29, just under a minute to play here in the first half. Wheeler with a basketball for East. Against Mason Griggs, gets the screen set by Roger Duncan, who's in the ball game now. And almost a steal by Brooks. They're diving for it. Brooks just kind of scoots it off to Withrow for the layup. Got it.
Eli really made that play by getting down on the floor.
Yep. 40-29. Andrews going inside, up with the left hand. Let's see, they're going to count it.
Oh, my. He fouled him, but it was about 3 steps before he shot it.
And the foul on Eli Brooks, his first. That'll be number 8 on the Trojans in the first half. Wheeler's checking out of the ball game. He's replaced by Nigel Jones, a 5'7" junior. Coach Combs has played, 8 or 9 players here in the first half. Kind of hard to keep up. So Andrews with a chance to make an old-fashioned 3-point play, puts it up. It is good. Cuts it to 8 at 40-32. 27 seconds to go here in the second quarter as Withrow will bring it across. Goes right side with it to Griggs. Back on it comes to Withrow. Now Withrow getting some pressure from Jones. Right side it goes to Griggs. 12 seconds to go. Withrow on the move left. Reversing back right. Fires it off to Griggs. Spin move. Trying to go up strong. Falling away. A whistle, a foul. With 2.2 to play.
It's just isolation there. He set a screen and rolled back and got it, and just basically one-on-one, and he got fouled.
Foul is on Matlock, his first, team 6th. Griggs, first of 2 on the way. It is coming out. He'll have one more. 2.2 seconds to go. Barren up by 8. Kind of a high-scoring game here, 40-32, and he hits that one to give him his 7th point of the half. 41-32, desperation throw. Almost went in by Nigel Jones from the other end of the floor. That's the end of the first half with the Trojans up 41-32 over Warren East. We'll come back with our halftime report brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Our second quarter was brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. You're following the Trojans, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Welcome back to Barren County High School. The Trojans lead Warren East here at the break, 41-32. Barren led by 6 at the end of the first quarter, 20-14, and led by as many as 11 at 32-21. It's a 9-point lead right now, 41-32, 41 points and a half. Have we done that this year?
Well, I don't remember it.
We haven't. Well, there was one night we scored 36 the whole game. That was against South Warren, but 41 and a half. We'll have to look at the.
What did we have at the end of regulation against Central? 42 or 44 or something like that?
It was 36.
Was it at the end of regulation?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
So it may be the most we've scored in a half this year.
It helps when you make shots.
That is true. Yeah. We welcome you to the South Central Bank halftime report. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. For Warren East in the first half, they had 13 field goals. 3 of those were three-pointers. They were 3 of 5 from the foul line. Isaiah Andrews with 8 points in the first half. 3 baskets, 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. Also 8 points for Caleb Matlock. He scored all 8 of those in the second quarter. 3 baskets, 1 of those a three-point shot. He was 1 of 2 from the foul line. Lincoln Lockhart knocked down 2 threes in the first quarter for his 6th. Trey Price scored 4 and a couple of field goals. Simon Gee has 2. Devon Williams has 2, and so does Sam Wheeler. He has 2 points in the first half. Coach Brandon Combs played a total of 10 players.
Don't see that too often, and they all played pretty good. I mean, defensively looks to me like that's where Warren East struggles. But tonight, they score 32 points, and that's pretty good in a high school game. But to give up 41, so that, sometimes it takes even people don't realize that continuity on defense also, and that looks like what maybe Warren East is lacking tonight.
Yep. Trojans have 2 more field goals than Warren East, 15. Also have 3 three-pointers, and they were 8 of 10 from the foul line, so a difference of 5 points coming at the foul line for the Trojans in the first half. Tate Horner with 13 first-half points. He had 6 baskets, 1 of those a three-point shot. He scored 8 of his 13 in the second quarter. Gavin Withrow with 10 points in the first half, a couple of threes and a couple of 2-point baskets. Mason Griggs has 7 on a couple of field goals and 3 of 4 from the foul line. Ryan Shirley with a bucket in the first quarter for his 2. Aiden Miller with 5 points in the first half, a field goal and 3 of 4 from the foul line. Eli tonight. Brooks has 4 points in the first half on a field goal, 2 for 2 from the foul line. Corbin Murphy started the ball game, has not scored. Lane Stevens saw action but did not score in the first half. So Trojans up here at the break, 41-32. Trojanettes winning earlier tonight, 53-47. And, we'll just have to wait and see what next week holds, as we're just kind of waiting on the weather to see what it's going to do with that winter storm watch that they already issued yesterday.
Yeah, I seen that, and I saw somebody. I said, when is that for? Because I didn't watch any weather, and they said, it's for Monday. I said, oh, okay. I mean, it was awful early to put it out, but they're pretty certain this time. They say 100% tomorrow, Monday on snow, don't think so.
So everybody's been going to the stores today, I guess, trying to stock up on the basic necessities.
My brother works at Houchins, and I called him before the game. He said, I'm going to be late, so we've been slammed today.
I bet.
Everybody must be believing them this time.
That on top of Valentine's Day and all the same weekend, trying to get ready for the snow moving in. So we'll just wait and see. But on the schedule, it had the Trojans at Metcalfe County on Monday night, at Campbellsville on Tuesday night, at Hopkinsville on Friday night, and at Owensboro Sports Center on Saturday against Apollo. And the temperatures are not going to warm up above freezing till either, I guess, Saturday. It's supposed to get up in the 40s.
Aren't they giving more snow Thursday?
Around Thursday, some kind of precipitation moving in. So we'll just have to wait and see how it all pans out. But the next game would not be until a week from Tuesday, when Franklin Simpson will be here.
Right. You know, it's a long time to take off, especially when you're used to playing 3 and 4 games a week. So that would be I'm sure for the coaches a break, but for the players, I know when I played, you always wanted to keep playing. And, and hopefully, you know, I don't know a lot about Hopkinsville or Apollo, but you think you'd be a favorite in Monday night game at Metcalfe, and then Tuesday night at Campbellsville. They're struggling a little bit this year. So those are games you don't mind maybe with the Bowling Green game or E-Town game might get snowed out, but the games you think you've got a real shot at winning, you really want to play them. So we just hold our fingers crossed, and hopefully we'll get them in.
Zaxby's second half keys to the game, Chad.
Just same energy, and don't let up. You know, sometimes when you got a lead of 9 or 10 and you've had your way with the other team, you saw what happened there when we let up. They got back in the game. So come out here right this first 4 or 5 minutes and have the energy and build on that lead what we got now and keep going.
Our second half coming up. Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial second half. Third quarter presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. We're about 2.5 minutes away. The Trojans up 41-32 at the break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
So wake up early, do a little studying, take the dog out, finish that audiobook.
Site development, and site utilities.
reminding you, you're listening to our broadcast coverage tonight on Nash 103.7, WHHT-FM, Cave City, Glasgow, online at 104thescore.com, and live stream on BCHS Live tonight. Jay Turner with Chad Withrow, Matthew Clark in the studios of Nash 103.7 on the controls tonight. And we got the Trojans on the court now with the starting five back here for the second half. This third quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. And Warren East will go back with Andrews, Williams, Price, Lockhart, and Wheeler. 9-point Trojan lead, 41-32. And Warren East will have the basketball to start the second half. Ball comes into Wheeler. Barren County man-to-man defense. Go left side with it over to Andrews. Andrews down in the corner. Sends it back out to Price. Now Wheeler against Griggs. Working with it. Picks up his dribble. Goes to Lockhart. Lockhart can't go anywhere. Back out it comes to Wheeler. They try to set a screen for him. Now they go left side with it over to Price. It bounces in there and it's stolen away by Withrow. Lobs it up to Griggs. Stops and goes under. Puts it up. Can't get the shot to go, but he's fouled.
Close.
Is it on Andrews?
Number one.
Oh, number one. Okay. That's going to be two on Sam Wheeler. First of the second half on the Raiders. Free throw's good for Mason Griggs. It's his 8th point of the night. Lead now back up to 10 at 42-32. The second shot for Griggs on the way. Good. 43-32. Trojans match their largest lead now at 11. Here early in the second half, Wheeler with a basketball. Left corner out to Andrews. Andrews can't go anywhere. Gives to Williams. Williams trying to work in there against Murphy. Fall away shot is no good. Rebound claimed by Pointer. Here's a pass going over the head of Murphy and out of bounds.
Tried to reward the big man for running the floor and just threw it too far.
Yep. Warren East with the basketball as Wheeler handles it for the Raiders against Mason Griggs. They come to set a screen, but he goes the other way, right down the lane, puts it up and in. Sam Wheeler with his second basket is 43-34. Trojans lead at 9. In the middle, here's Ryan Shirley taking it left of the lane, over to Pointer on the left wing. Pulls over the left elbow. His jumper, good. Tay Pointer with his 15th point of the night, and it's 45-34.
He's doing a good job tonight of not settling for the three and scoring, the twos tonight.
And Wheeler for three. He knocks it down from the left wing. Wheeler has both baskets for Warren East here in the third quarter. That cuts it to 8 at 45-37. As Shirley handles the basketball, gives to Griggs. Back to Shirley out front. Now gives to Griggs. Warren East in a 2-3 zone, looks like, as Withrow will bring it back out. Left side it comes to Pointer, back to Withrow. Right side it goes to Griggs and back to Withrow again. Withrow around the top of the horn, bounce pass in the middle there to Shirley, working inside. He was triple teamed, had it swatted away. Turnover, here comes Warren East. Lockhart sends it off with the left elbow to Williams. Jumper from 17, it comes off. Rebound to Ryan Shirley. Off to Withrow. Withrow now sends it over to Griggs. He wants to drive with it. Spin move in traffic, whistle, traveling violation.
A little too aggressive that time. There was two waiting for him, but he scored a lot of baskets like that during the year, going in there and making something happen, but just kind of got out of control a little bit on that one.
And here's Price driving the basket. His shot goes up. We got a foul. And it's on Corbin Murphy. That'll be his third, team's first the second half. That'll send Trey Price, a freshman, to the free throw line for Warren East. He has 4 points in the first half. And his free throw is up, and it's good.
We just can't seem to pull away and get a 15, 18-point lead. We get out to a double-digit lead, and they come crawling back.
Yep. Price for his second free throw toss. And it's on the way, and he got it. Matt Locke back in the Warren East lineup. He'll come in for Lockhart. Got Matt Locke and Lockhart for Warren East. And they're at 2-2-1 again as Ryan Shirley handles the basketball in the front court. Bounce pass off to Griggs. Griggs, and the ball bounced, batted away by Price trying to go to Withrow. Yeah, 11-point lead now. It's cut back down to 6 at 45-39.
It's been a game of runs by both teams.
Withrow on the left side. Oh, dangerous pass, but there's Griggs to get it back to Withrow. Open for the three. It is bouncing off.
Short.
And comes in the hands of Williams, and Warren East back the other way. Matlock in traffic. Flips up the shot. Comes up short. With it is Withrow. 2-on-1 break. Withrow to the basket. He's fouled hard. He goes to the floor and gets right back up, though. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul on Matlock, his second, team second.
Foul number 3, Kevin Matlock. That's his second, team second. Withrow was in line to shoot 2.
Gavin Withrow had 10 points in the first half, couple of threes that give him 22 threes on the season. Shot goes up, it's good. 68% from the foul line on the year, 11 points. Makes it 46-39. And hits them both. As the rim makes that clang noise.
If you hit it dead center, it's like you ring the bell.
That's right. 47-39. Wheeler trying to get around Miller. Throws it off in the left corner to Price. Now Price will bring it out. Trying to get off the screen. That should have been moving screen there. And here's Price putting it up and in. He's got 8. And now it's a 6-point game once again. 47-41. Withrow on the left side. Cuts back toward the middle to set it up. Over to Pointer, fakes, trying to drive in there. Over goes to Griggs, out to Withrow. Bounce pass left side, Pointer 3, got it.
Good ball movement. Swung it from one side of the floor to the other for a wide open 3.
Second People's Bank 3 tonight for Tate Pointer. He's got 18 points now. It's 50-41. 3:50 to go in the third. As Wheeler dribbles the basketball to the right side, halfway to the corner, wants to go baseline now, got around Griggs and a foul. They put it on Withrow, his first, team second. I don't think he was even in the neighborhood.
It was on the other side of the floor. It was on 5.
Yeah, it should have been on Griggs. Here's a pass inside. Williams puts it up and in. Williams gets his second basket of the night. Warren East will take a timeout with 3:28 to go here in the third quarter. Barren County leads it 50-43. And we'll get an updated score in that Wayne County, Metcalfe County boys game on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Metcalfe County leading Wayne County 54-38. I think Wayne County, the Cardinals, still coached by Rodney Woods.
I'm not sure.
He's been there a long time.
We played them in a scrimmage game here summer before, and I think the guy that was there has been there a long time.
Yeah, I think Rodney Woods has been coaching the Cardinals of Wayne County for several years. Well, that's unfortunate. I want to say it will be unfortunate Monday night if the Trojans don't get to go to Metcalfe County.
Yeah. I'd say that will be one we'd squeeze in somewhere later on in the year, close as it is.
That'll be able to be made up.
Yep.
Of course, it was supposed to have been played last Tuesday night.
Right.
But all this COVID and weather-related issues going on, it's been hard to reschedule a lot of the games. Just try to pick up whoever you can.
It's nice to have this many games in. We know back in October we didn't know if we could get any in, and now this is our 17th
game of the year.
So
here's Shirley over to Griggs. He's going to fire up a 3-point shot. It's in there.
He's been shooting the 3 better the last 3 or 4 games.
That's his 12th point at a People's Bank 3. Puts it back up to 10 at 53-43. 3:06 to go here in the third quarter. Matlock in traffic, throws up the shot. It comes off with a foul. And it's going to be on Pointer, his first. That'll be number 3 on the Trojans in the second half. And Williams inside, goes up over Miller, and he put it in. Williams pretty athletic, 6'4" junior.
He is. That's a tough shot. He let him catch it too deep. Aiden, I don't know what was going on, but he wasn't ready. And
Griggs penetrating down the lane, scoops it up and in.
That's what he's been really good at right there.
55-45. That's 14 now for Mason Griggs tonight. 2:35 left in the third. Wheeler driving. That's an offensive foul. No doubt about it. Griggs went sailing underneath the basket.
That's the difference in last night and tonight. Last night we were reaching and bailing them out. That time Mason moved his feet and stayed in front of him without bailing him out, and he got the charge call. So much better job there of guarding the ball.
He's the first Raider to pick up 3 fouls. Sam Wheeler, 55-45. A chance here for the Trojans to get their longest lead of the night. Pointer in the corner. Stevens 3, no good. And Wheeler snags the rebound for Warren East. Wheeler, a little head fake, goes left side with it over to Price. Price bounces around the top of the key, backs away. Now wants to head left with it. Driving, going to the basket, puts it up and in.
2 straight times we've just kind of let up on defense and let them drive it.
Yep, Trey Price with 10 points. It's 55-47. Pointer driving to the basket. He missed the reverse layup. Rebound to Wheeler for Warren East on the left side of the floor. He'll lob it in there to Andrews. Had to tap it back to himself. Puts down the dribble, gives it over to Price. Price top of the circle, back out to Wheeler. And now Wheeler out in the middle of the floor. Angles off right, gives it off to Andrews. Andrews trying to make a move on Shirley, puts up the shot. They're going to call an offensive foul on Andrews for throwing out the forearm to Shirley. His first, that'll be 4 on the Raiders in the second half.
I don't think he charged, but I think he walked before he took off.
Yeah, he did walk before he kind of threw out the forearm there. So 1:20 left in the third. Eli Brooks back in the ball game for Coach Warren Cunningham. Left side is Griggs. Out to Withrow. Right side, Pointer. Pointer trying to drive in there the right elbow. Throws it back to left side to Stevens. Lane Stevens on the dribble. Throws it back out to Withrow. 1 minute to play in the third quarter. 8-point lead for the Trojans. And now Withrow against Wheeler. Goes right side with it to Pointer. Looking for Brooks, couldn't get it to him. Stevens back over to Withrow on the left side. Feeds it in there to a cutting Pointer. In the corner goes to Brooks. He'll pull up with a 15-foot jumper. Rims off. Andrews with a rebound for Warren East. Wheeler down the right side of the floor. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. On the baseline, Gee puts it up and it goes in, but he's called for a charging foul. Kind of lowered his shoulder into Gavin Withrow, and he picks up his second. That'll be Warren East's 5th of the half. With 32.4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Withrow will bring it up. He's guarded out there by Merle, who's back in the ball game. Coach Combs tries to keep fresh players in there.
They shouldn't get tired, should they?
Nope. 19 seconds to go. Withrow, left side over to Griggs, back to Withrow. Goes to Pointer with it on the right. Back to Withrow. 12 seconds to go. Trying to get around Merle. Right side it goes to Pointer. Now Pointer bounces in there to Stevens. He turns and gives it back to Griggs. 3 ball. No, way off the mark. Rebound. That'll do it for the third quarter. Barren County 55 and Warren East 47. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
270-629-2112 or scottyscontracting.com.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now, back to courtside.
And it's the fourth quarter, brought to you by South Central Banks. Smart enough to know you, big enough to help. 55-47. Here's Shirley trying to make a spin move, and he's going to be called for a traveling violation. Barren County got outscored by Warren East in the third quarter, 15-14. It's led by 11. A couple of occasions. Here's down low as Gee with a spin move, puts it up short. Brooks with a rebound. Withrow, front court, right side over to Pointer. Back out to Withrow. At the right elbow, Griggs trying to drive in, and the ball gets loose on the baseline. Let's see. Well, they say it's
jump ball.
We go to Warren East to the alternate possession.
Basically to start the fourth quarter.
As the ball comes into Wheeler. Wheeler angling off to the right. He wants to get around Griggs. He's going to draw and cook it. Oh, he's going to be charged for the offensive foul. He ran into Pointer, got up in midair and hooked it back out. And that's 4 on Sam Wheeler. 6 on the Raiders in the second half. So they're going to keep Wheeler on the floor with those 4 fouls. Ball comes in to Withrow. Now Withrow works it right side, gives it to Griggs on the wing, gets a screen from Shirley. Now he's picked up his dribble, goes to Withrow, trying to penetrate down the lane, try to go up with it, and had it swatted out of his hands and out of bounds.
Been better off pulling up at the free throw line and shooting the jumper instead of forcing it. We're doing a little bit too much dribbling right now, getting into trouble instead of just taking the...
Feeds it right underneath the Brooks and puts it up and into the left side of the basket. The inbounds pass from Gavin Withrow. Eli Brooks now with 6. And the lead back to 10 at 57-47. Wheeler, right side over to Lockhart. Back to Wheeler. Wheeler wants to make a move behind the back dribble, throws it up wildly, and a blocking foul on the Trojans. He'll put it on Ryan Shirley. That's his third. Number 4 on the Trojans here in the second half.
That's his third, team 4.
Wheeler at the line. First trip to the charity stripe tonight with 7 points in the ball game. Free throw is up. It is no good. Aiden Miller checking back to the Trojan lineup. He'll come in for Ryan Shirley. Wheeler back at the stripe. Shot goes up, and he hits this one. 57-48. Barren County with a 9-point lead as we come down to the 6.5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Griggs racing across, goes right down the middle of the lane, trying to go up with a shot. He's fouled.
Good attack there. They left the middle of the floor wide open. Mason just had a head of steam up and drew the foul.
Yep. 2 shots for Mason Griggs. The foul was on Williams. His third free throw good. Mason Griggs 6 for 7 at the line tonight. Total of 15 points. (58-48) Barren County. Griggs puts this one up, and he got it. 59-48. That matches that 11-point lead.
Yeah, we keep a 7 to 11-point lead, but can't go ahead and push it on out to where you feel really comfortable.
Right. A little head fake by Wheeler. Throws it up on the run. He got a foul. Beyond Aiden Miller. His second, team's 5th.
That's his second, team 5th.
And that'll put Wheeler at the line where he's 1 of 2. And here's his first shot. It's up. It's good. 9 points for Sam Wheeler. He only averages 3.5 in the first 4 ball games.
He's been aggressive driving to the basket and he does that little head fake, and we go for it, and he gets a step on us. We need just to make him shoot the ball.
That one spins out on him. Pointer with a rebound for the Trojans. Gives to Withrow. 6:10 to go in the basketball game. Barren up by 10, 59-49. On the high post right comes to Miller. Shovels it out to Pointer for the 3 ball. It is no good. Crashing the board. Brooks. They're going to call him for over the back. And that's going to be his second of the team's 6th. And so Warren East will have the basketball. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. As Wheeler will bring it into the front court. And he's picked up his dribble. Coming out to get it, Williams. Back to Wheeler. Wheeler will send it down in there to Andrews with a spin move. Fall away shot. No, but a foul on Brooks. His 3rd, team 7th. So if they want to even up the fouls, that's what they've done here. And it's going to put Andrews at the line. 2 of 3 tonight. 8 points in the first half. And that one's going to come off. He has not scored in the second half. Trojans have done a good job defensively on Andrews, who's the leading scorer on the season so far at 13.5 points a game. One more for Andrews on the way, and he got that one.
They've been about 50% on their last 6 free throws, so that's kind of helped us keep this 9-point lead.
59-50, 5:34 to go in the ball game. Withrow, bounce pass over to Miller. Miller now picks up his dribble. Left open there for a shot, but didn't take it. Withrow, right side over to Pointer. Pointer to the right elbow, can't shoot. Gives to Miller. He'll fire it up out of the corner. Air ball. Wheeler with it for Warren East. Wheeler backs out top of the key, gives to Price. Back out to Wheeler. They go to Price with it on the left wing. Here's the lob, knocked away by Miller, and a foul.
What?
How did he push off when he was in front of him? I don't get that one either. That's 3 on Miller.
That's 4 consecutive fouls that's been called. And
free throw is good for Williams.
Basically just giving them free throws. And
59-51. 5:05 left to play. Williams puts this one up. It's good. Makes it 59-52. And pressure in the backcourt. 2-2-1 by Warren East. Pointer gets rid of it to Shirley. Now Shirley gives it right back to Pointer. Long bounce pass left to Miller on the left side. Now he's picked it up, gives it to Pointer. Straight away out to Withrow. 4:50 to go. Barren County up by 7. Inside, here's Griggs trying to get around his defender. Williams, he puts it in and draws a foul. So Williams, that'll be his 4th. Warren East, number 8, second half. Griggs puts it up. It's good. Old-fashioned 3-point play for Mason Griggs. Puts it back up to 10 at 62-52. Griggs now on the night with 19 points. Andrews, bounce pass to Price. The back door coming back to Andrews. He'll put it up and it rolls in.
Kind of a play we run there.
62-54. Here's Griggs. Sends it off to Withrow. Left side, back to Griggs. Bounce pass to Pointer. Pointer fakes, drives, goes to the basket, puts it up and in.
Good aggressive play there.
And Pointer has 19 on the night. No, he has 20, actually. 20 for Pointer, 19 for Griggs, 12 for Withrow. In double figures tonight. 64-54 with 4:14 to play. So take a Peoples Bank timeout. Peoples Bank in Glasgow working for you. Final score in of the Coca-Cola scoreboard from Metcalfe County, Wayne County boys. Metcalfe County beats Wayne County 69-56.
Good win for Metcalfe County. Seems like they're up and down. One night they'll seem like they play really good and then struggle another night.
4:14 to go. Again, this is the Raiders' only 5th game of the season. And it was until Tuesday night they beat Franklin Simpson 63-56. They had not played in 24 days. That's almost a month.
Yeah. They've been pretty good offensively. We've held teams, Warren Central in the 30s and 40s, and Glasgow last night. But tonight they've put up 54, still with 4 minutes to go.
And they only averaged 51.2. Here's a shot put up, no good. Rebound to Griggs. Off the missed shot from Lockhart. And they go left side with it to Withrow. 3:52 to play. Right side over to Griggs. Off the screen from Pointer. Hooks it right back to Pointer. Can't shoot, but he drives, he spins, he goes up with a shot, and it comes off. Followed good from Miller.
Right there waiting for it. 2 hands, just put it right back easy.
Aiden Miller gives Barren County their largest lead of the night at 12. It's 66-54. 3:28 to play. Right side with it is Lockhart. Out top Price. Left side is Wheeler. They go down to Andrews. Swatted away by Shirley and out of bounds. That's exactly what Miller did a while ago when he got called with a foul, so they pushed off.
We got that one without being called for the foul, so that's a plus.
Wheeler lobs it out front to Price. Gets a screen set by Williams. Miller has to chase off on him. He's picked up his dribble. Gives it back out now to Wheeler. Now Wheeler trying to make a move. He'll go to the basket. Fall away shot. No, missed it badly. Miller with a rebound. 2:53 left in the game. Withrow on the left side. He'll bring it out front. Goes right side with it. Dumps it back off to Griggs. Fakes, drives, and a lot of traffic. He'll put it up, and it rolls off the rim. Trying to fight for his own rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball possession arrow back to the Trojans.
Good hustle, and rolled around, and he almost got it back. Him and Aiden fought over it and went to a Warren East player, but we tied them up, so get it back.
Corner in a corner, out to Withrow, feeds it in there to Griggs. Shot in the lane, good.
Good execution there on the out of bounds.
68-54. The Trojans starting to pull away here late in the fourth quarter. And here's a shot going up and in. Just as I said that, layup in there for Matlock, his 10th point of the game. 68-56. Withrow driving strong to the bucket, can't get it to go. And rebound by Warren East. Andrews down the lane, puts up the shot way off the mark. Miller has it for the Trojans. He'll get rid of it to Griggs.
Got 4 on 5.
4 on 5, ready to go. And here's Withrow out to Pointer. Pointer jump shot, right wing, no good. Rebound comes off to Lockhart for Warren East. 1:45 left, and Andrews throws up a wild shot off the glass, no good. Rebound to Ryan Shirley. He'll give it to Griggs with 1:38 to play. Griggs gets around his defender Price into the front court, gives to Withrow. Withrow now over goes to Pointer with 1:28 left. Back out to Withrow. Here's Miller on the right wing. Back out front to Withrow. Left side it goes to Griggs with 1:18 left. Back out almost near the midcourt stripe. Withrow with the ball. Back to Griggs. He's in a trap, splits it. Gives to Withrow. Over goes to Pointer. They come trapping. Back to Withrow, and there's a foul.
I think that's 5 on Wheeler.
That's what I have him for, 5.
Foul is on number
Sam Wheeler will foul out.
Team 9.
9 points on the night for Sam Wheeler. And they'll bring in Nigel Jones.
Withrow will step line to shoot 1.
Gavin Withrow with 12 points, 2 for 2 at the line, and the shot goes up. It's good. Makes it 69-56. And he hits them both. 14 for Gavin Withrow, 70-56 Trojans. 1 minute to play in the game. And here's Jones wanting to drive. Gives it off in the corner to Matlock. He backs out, fires up a 17-foot jumper, and he knocks it down.
Tough
12
shot.
points for Matlock. He only averages 5.5 a game, and he's got 12 in this one to make it 70-58 with 52.5 seconds to play. Timeout on the floor. Stay tuned for the CPC Commodities post-game report. CPC Commodities, proven in our farm and made for yours. We'll have coaches' comments brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal tonight at your Glasgow McDonald's. Will also name the Monticello Bank Trojan MVP of the game. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Well, it'll be good to get out of here with a win. Go to 13-4 on the year. And
yeah, it's one night we don't have to go down to the final 30 seconds and make free throws. Really,
yeah, a little breathing room tonight.
Yeah. We've kept a comfortable lead for us, especially 6-8 points is a lot for us. But every time we get a little lead, Warren East really picks it up, and they've played hard. They've played, you got to give them credit. They really played hard. So
as it is Barren County's basketball, Ryan Shirley will inbound the ball, and we're going to have another timeout with 52.5 seconds to play. Barren County 70, Warren East 58. Trojanettes with a 6-point victory earlier tonight over the Lady Raiders, 53-47.
We've been getting several reports that we had some precipitation and the roads are getting kind of slick. We would like to ask everyone to make sure you take precautions on the way home this evening.
Well, early. Didn't know about that. I didn't think it's supposed to get here this early.
I didn't either.
Public address announcer Scott Gillen mentioned about some precipitation falling out, and I thought it was supposed to be late Sunday night, early Monday morning before it started moving in. Must have been a little something on the radar there that I haven't looked at it, but I thought we were going to make it through till Sunday afternoon. Ryan Shirley will toss it in for the Trojans. And he's looking, gets it into Griggs, and he'll be fouled with 50.7.
Thought maybe they weren't going to foul, but looks like they're going to play it out.
Number 5, Lincoln Lockhart. That's his first team.
Lincoln Lockhart committing the foul, his first. That's number 10 on the Raiders here in the second half. And Mason Griggs at the line. Free throw is good.
Well, we've shot free throws well tonight. I don't know exactly what we are. But
perfect in the second half. We were 8 of 10 in the first half. And in this half, we are 10 of 10.
18 for 20. That's pretty good tonight.
Yeah. Second shot good for Griggs. 72-58.
Golly,
on the other end, Jones missed a layup. Shirley with the rebound was falling out of bounds, but got rid of it in time to Griggs, and he's grabbed. And so we'll go to the other end of the floor. Foul is on Matlock, his third. Stops the clock with 40.3 to play.
Griggs will step line to shoot. Double.
Mason Griggs right back to the stripe. Make that number 24 on the night for Mason Griggs.
Well, he's been scoring at a high clip here in the last month, really.
And this one is up. It's good. 25 now for Mason Griggs, and it's 74-58. 38 seconds to play. Here's Jones with the basketball for East. Right side of the circle. Now driving with it is Lockhart. He'll put it up and in.
Too easy.
Yep. It's only his first two since the first quarter. Foul in the backcourt. It'll be on, is it on Jones?
10.
Yep.
Number 10.
So Gavin Withrow will head to the free throw line. 14-point Barren lead with 27.3 to play.
Withrow will step line to shoot 2.
Said it's spotty drizzles what's going on out there.
I'm getting it's foggy out, causing it to mist, freezing when it hits the ground. Free throw good for Gavin Withrow, point number 15. As Bo Matthews calls Scott Gillen our chief meteorologist here at Barren County High School.
Jack of all trades, isn't he?
Second shot miss. Warren East with a rebound. Here's a three by Lockhart in the air, and he knocks it down.
There.
That's his third three of the game. And Brandon Combs will call a timeout with 18.8. That cuts it down to 12 at 75-63. Full timeout.
That's their last, so feel we're pretty safe. 12-point lead, but I think they're going to keep fouling, so I guess if you call timeout, you might as well foul to the end with 12 down with 18 seconds to go. I mean, I'm sure it's a learning experience for their kids.
Get those emojis going.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell him, Mr. Matthews, you might have to come get me and take me home. I'm not very good at driving it, something like that.
I'm not good driving on ice, that's for sure. I can drive in the snow pretty good. Inbounds pass came to Griggs. He's fouled. It'll be
Gavin
2 shots.
And Griggs ran in. Mason ran into each other.
17.8 to go. We'll have to finish it at the foul line, looks like. Lockhart, his second personal. Mason Griggs, 7 of 7 here in the fourth quarter. Make it 8 for 8. I'm running out of room. $26 for Mason Griggs, 27. 77-63. 3 by Jones is off the mark. Rebound by Ryan Shirley. As it comes to let throw, they're going to
out.
Yep. Comes to Griggs, 5 seconds to go. The time will run out here. 77-63, the final score. The Trojans win it by 14 over Warren East. Barren County goes to 13-4 on the year. Warren East drops to 1-4 on the season. We'll come back with the CPC Commodities postgame report after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. win 77-63 over Warren East tonight to go to 13-4 on the year. We welcome you to the CPC Commodities post-game report. Barren County led 20-14 at the end of the first quarter, 41-32 at halftime, 55-47 after 3. They outscored Warren East 22-16 in the last quarter to win it by 14 points, 77-63. Warren East had 24 field goals tonight, 5 3-pointers. They were 10 of 15 from the foul line. They had 4 players in double figures and almost had 6 players in double figures with balanced scoring. 12 points from Caleb Matlock, 11 each from Isaiah Andrews and Lincoln Lockhart. Trey Price scored 10, 9 for Sam Wheeler. Devon Williams had 8 and 2 for Simon Gee. The Trojans had the same amount of field goals as Warren East, 24, and the same amount of 3-pointers at 5, but the difference was the free throw line, and that's where the 14-point difference is, as Barren County was 24 of 27 from the charity stripe compared to 10 of 15 for Warren East tonight. Mason Griggs with 27 points. He had 14 of 15 from the foul line. 20 points for Tay Pointer, 15 from Gavin Withrow, 7 from Aiden Miller, and 6 from Eli Brooks. And more of our CPC Commodities postgame report coming up. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Company is a business that lays down that solid foundation.
77-63, the Trojans win tonight. Coach, congratulations to you. Had a little more breathing room tonight than you had last night.
Yeah, it was, anything's more breathing room than we're kind of accustomed to, I guess. But, it was a good win. I thought we were good offensively when we didn't turn it over a little bit too much at times. But otherwise, I thought we were really good offensively. And, they scored it too. We never could really put them away. We were trying to get we never could string together enough stops. Some of that was because of the mistakes we were making, but a lot of it I thought had to do with the plays and shots that they were making. Mm-hmm. So, it was a lot of offense, which is something different than what we've seen from some of our games. But anyway, it was a good win.
They spread out their offense tonight. They had 6 players almost score double figures. 4 of them did, but just under double digits, Wheeler and Williams. But they're not a bad basketball team.
No, not at all. And you got to remember, they're just kind of getting started. This was just their 5th game, so they're they're still kind of feeling things out a little bit. And they played a couple, then had a lengthy break, and now playing some more. So those things are tough, and it takes a little bit of time. But they have good balance. That's it seems like we've seen that from a lot of teams, but they do have good balance, and they have a lot of different guys that you have to guard. And they hurt us on dribble penetration at times. They made some shots, and at times we didn't. We let them catch the ball and deep in the paint a few times, and that allowed them to score it. So just got to clean some of those things up. But anyway, it was a good win.
You got to go to the free throw line quite a bit tonight. 24 out of 27, and Mason Griggs was 14 of 15.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we shot it that many, but we did. Both teams were in the bonus, and then they fouled quite a bit there in the last minute and a half. So we got there a lot, and most of the season we've made those, especially late in games. But anytime you can shoot that, 89%, that's really good.
That's pretty good. Well, we don't know what the outcome is going to be on the weather this next week, but you have 4 road trips scheduled.
Yeah, we do, and obviously Monday and Tuesday especially doesn't look very favorable based on the forecast, and that's part of the reason why we wanted to play. The biggest reason why we wanted to play tonight was to try to get another game in before that comes, and we'll just kind of see what the next couple of days hold, and we've played almost 3 games every week, so we've been really busy, and it's okay if we have a little bit of a break here. The biggest thing is we just got to continue to stay safe and keep all of our guys safe, and hopefully it's not too long of a break where it messes up anything. But we just got to get some rest here and hopefully stay safe and be back here in a short period of time.
Coach, congratulations to you.
One more thing, Jay, I want to say congratulations to our freshman team today.
Yes, we mentioned that.
I know you probably did. Winning our freshman district. Really proud of those guys. Today's my dad's birthday. I want to wish him. He's probably
happy birthday, Winston.
On the radio. We won't say his age, but
we'll say is he 50?
He's close to it. He's close to it. So, but happy birthday to him. Everybody stay safe. I know it's slick out there. So hope everybody makes it home safely and stay safe during the Snowmageddon here.
All right, Coach.
Right.
Appreciate it very
Thanks,
much. 77-63, the Trojans win it tonight over Warren East. Trojanettes win earlier tonight, 53-47. Going over the scoring, Griggs had 27 tonight, Chad, 14 of 15 at the line. He also had, and I think I got that right. I hope I didn't miss a free throw here or there. But a good night for Mason Griggs. 20 from Tay Pointer. Did not go to the free throw line, but he scored 8 baskets and 2 3-pointers. Gavin Withrow with 15 tonight. He had 10 in the first half, couple of threes, couple of twos, 5 of 6 from the foul line, 7 for Aiden Miller. He had 3 of 4 from the foul line tonight. Eli Brooks scored 6 points, and so the Trojans get their 13th win of the season.
Good to always win back-to-back nights. 2 times we've played tough district games on Friday and came back and win one on Saturday. So finished off the week good and go home and let them rest for a couple of days and hope to be back at it.
Coach's comments tonight brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal tonight at your Glasgow McDonald's. It's time to select the Monticello Bank Trojan MVP of the game. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojan and Trojanet basketball, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Let's go with Tay Pointer. He had a rough night last night, but came back and got us off to a good start with some shots early in the game and finished with 20. So let's give it to him.
Sounds good. A couple of 3-pointers tonight, and that gives him a total of 37 on the season. So hope we can keep that going.
Yep.
All right, we'll be back to wrap it up after this timeout. Trojan 77, Warren East 63. This is Barren County High basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. final scores again tonight here from Barren County High School. The Trojanettes winning 53-47 over the Warren East Lady Raiders, and the Trojans win 77-63 over Warren East. Well, we don't know what our next broadcast will be. Hopefully it is Monday night. If so, it'll be at Metcalfe County. The Trojans taking on the Hornets, and if not, we'll be back with you the next time we have a ball game. So we'll just have to wait and see how the winter holds out. Hope you'll stay safe with all this icy road conditions that we're experiencing right now on your way home or wherever you may be this evening. I want to thank Matthew Clark, our studio producer. Also tonight, Coach Darryl Murphy and Chad Withrow with color commentary. Until next time, this is Jay Turner. Stay safe. Thanks for being with us, and good night from Barren County High.